Gianna, who at the moment, they've just been outclassed. PJ.
Oh, like I've said, throughout the first half, it's been clinical, and I really wonder what Coach Walsh said at half-time to keep the standard up. I suppose that's what he was mentioning. See if they can repeat that, but yeah, clinical and execution was perfect. Fijiana, though, if they can score first, and I think put some pressure on them in their attack, could be a different second half.
Of course, the tournament brought to you by Destinations New South Wales and the Central Coast Council, University of Newcastle, and indeed Kinesio. This is the Kinesio Cup, doing great things here at the ground, keeping everybody on the park. So, second half, Fiji's first kickoff here, and they go high and straight.
And a score update from
and again,
round 2.
The execution on the money here as Caslick changes directions now for Williams. Williams with a show and go and a fend. Here she goes, Williams. Will she have the pace? She may not, but she's got the support. The pirouette's there. The ball bounces infield for Quirk, and Quirk, she'll link up with Caslick, and that's a nice pass back on the inside to Polito, who gets it out wide to Tonagato. We know she's got pace. She can't get around the covering defence though, but look at the support play there as Polite backs up and scores another try in the quarterfinal.
Oh, I just love the work through the middle of the field. Knew she was going to get tackled, pulled back out, kept the ball alive. Haven't seen this from the Australians, keeping the ball alive, keeping it active, looking good.
Well, what about the palm and the fan by Shani Williams to get them all the way up the field? She pirouetted and found support, and the support players just came in droves.
Yeah, they put her in the middle of the field. That's what she's been. That's what they want to do with Shani Williams. She did it today.
So tough kick again, and it goes wide. Of course, our broadcast here on Bar TV Sports brought to you by Core Crew. If you are looking for work in the mining industry, contact Core Crew, contact Cam Knight, who may join us a little later on here today. Of course, if you want to get involved with the coverage on Twitter, it's hashtag CC7S to keep involved and keep interactive here all day live on Bar TV. And this comes across and taken nicely by Savu, and Savu loses the ball in contact, flicked back by Polite. Everything sticking here for the Australians apart from the pass going over Caslick's head. Now it comes back, Parry. Parry's driven backwards, and this is better defence by Fijiana. And now there's the overlap here. Oh, Savu knocked down, and that will be a penalty. Intentional there.
I think that kickoff not going 10, although Fiji played it, the first mistake in this game from Australia.
Little kick in behind. It's going to sit up, and it's kicked forward. Alicia Quirk, will she win the foot race? Caslick might get there. It's bounced back on the inside. Fijiana get there and ground the ball.
Definitely grounded, Gareth.
Yeah, 100% grounded. Only just. I mean, hearts in mouth stuff there. A dive may be necessary in the in goal.
Yeah. Here they go. Here the Fijians go. This is a bit of a flare. Nice.
Yeah, nice stuff there. And there's a little bit of a short side now to work with his Savu. Savu, the danger player here for Fijiana. Throwing it back inside. Oh, great tackle from behind. Shani Williams showing all her class there as they come across now. Nagasu offloads. Now it's inside ball to Neymasi, and Neymasi's held up just before halfway. But that'll be a penalty to Fijiana, their first of the game. Quick tap taken, but told to bring it back. Nagasu was looking to speed up the play there. To Vudi, the link player. They've been starved of possession here, Fijiana. Savu bounces one off. So hard to stop. She's taking around the ankles, losing the ball forward. So the defence of this Australian women's side, it's really what's got them in front here.
As we see now, these subs coming on from both sides. Great opportunity now for Australia just to put their bench on. Hopefully they can continue the momentum. Fiji still got a chance. They've had a little bit more position now.
Yeah, Paige McGregor coming on and Dutoy coming on, a couple of the youngsters. Dutoy certainly Scored a couple of blistering tries yesterday. Under pressure there was Tavuti at the scrum, and now Fijiana again under all sorts. Nagato comes through on the ball. Little chip in front, and again the Australians are there back in cover. The time was Demi Hayes getting back, and that'll be a penalty. Yes. A little bit of back chat there, says the referee. So Kaslik now standing in a first receiver. Here they come again, Detoy. Turning back on the inside, and good defence by Fijiana. It was Tehei coming across, and she draws the penalty there, so this is a better half for Fijiana.
Yeah, very good defence. I would like to see Staples have a go on the outside there. She has got some pace, but she cut back and made the error.
And now Fijiana with the bulk of defending they've done. They look a little bit out on their feet. You can't count them out, though. The mountain may be too hard to climb, 27-0, but we know they can put a good try, and Kaslik rushes up and puts the pressure on. So they get the turnover again, the Australians. Good hustling. And now, trouble out wide again, and here she goes, Detoy. We know she's quick. Oh, she absolutely smokes it on the outside.
Yeah, that little stutter step to stop and go. We know she's got speed. They cleared the space for her. Looks like the reserves have come on and continued this momentum. Yeah, it's certainly ominous signs for the team that meets them in the semi-finals if they're going to bring this type of form on day two. This is what it's all about. Day two is about winning these big matches, big moments, and they certainly have in this one.
And there's nothing like a bit of shaggy to get the morning going in the party box over the PA system. Of course, we'll be having an open box here all day today. Hopefully getting a couple of these Australian women's sevens players up here for a bit of a chat as well. Maybe some of the New Zealand girls will be keen to come up as well.
Another try there.
And indeed,
I think on field two for all those Kiwi viewers, I think the New Zealand girls are just hanging in there. There's only about a minute to go, so hopefully we'll see an Aussie-New Zealand semi if the way it goes.
Of course, we are live on field two as well on Facebook if you want to check that out. But don't go away from here, because this is a masterclass in sevens. That's a penalty to Fijiana, so they will get one more crack to consolidate a try here. The consolation prize as they go back towards the left and really running out of options and turning over the ball. So here comes Australia's turn to put Fijiana to the sword, and Parry getting through. Strong run by Parry. Now it comes back. Here's Kaslik again. Oh, that's a lovely grubber kick in behind. Oh, just couldn't go with the ball. The bounce was almost there. The only thing that didn't turn up for Australia there. And that is the end of the game. And what a game it was, 34-0. How about that?
Oh, that's outstanding. In a potential World Series type quarter-final on day two, Australia have stepped this up. Compared to yesterday, 2, 3, maybe 4 notches, Gareth.
And of course, big game coming up next. We've got the Canadian Maple Leafs, the women's side, taking on the Pride Sevens. The invitational side here, who somewhat of giant killers. Thanks very much. We know you've got to go back and do some analysing. We'll talk to you later in the day.
Yeah, the semi-final, I think we'll meet again, Gareth. Thanks very much.
Very good, and we enjoy all the expert analysis that comes through all day here up in the party box. And the Canadian women's side coming out. There's a couple of changes. Landry, of course, leading the side out. She's the player to watch out for here. She's the one that can change a game, as Kish as well. And Green Shields as well showed plenty of pace yesterday. So this Canadian side looking.
Throughout here now we have Canada in the red and Pride in the white.
Looking very, very dominant yesterday. And you'd have to say, if they put in a good performance here, it may be Canada taking on Australia in the final. So the ball comes down. Oh, it's a restart and unable to go with it. There was Van Tak. Van Tak for our friends over in Holland. As the ball coming on the inside and the Pride team throwing it back, and Kish comes up with it. So now Canada very good on the counter. Landry gets the ball out. Lucan scored a couple of very good tries, and Kish comes around. The ball goes over the top to Green Shields. Green Shields goes for the corner, and it is a try to Canada.
And that's the first try there for Canada, with Green Shields going over in the left corner. Another enterprising play. With his try 17, we'll get back into it.
As I just catch my breath after some enterprising opening play here. 5-0 the score, and the kick from the sideline. Oh, it's a good one. Comes around. Oh, the flag goes up. Landry lands an absolute ripper.
5-0.
So 5-0 the score. We're here live for the Kinesio Cup. It is the Cup quarter-final. Canada taking on the Pride 7 side. Up next, we'll have the men's quarterfinal, the Aussie Gold men's. So dominant yesterday as well. That kick, it's flat, not the best one. Letting it roll over. No, it's going to be called back as the ball doesn't make the required 10 metres. Van Tak in the middle. We didn't see too much of the Pride yesterday as Murty takes it, turned back on the inside. Casillas, picked up and driven into the ground. Maleshi. Now they go wide. Dennison feeding, looking for runners. Couldn't quite get there. Olivia White. So Van der Hart's in the 12 here today. A couple of jersey changes early on. Van Tak getting the players, trying to create some space out wide. The inside ball, this could be trouble. Surges down the field. Landry comes behind, covers again. She did it 3 or 4 times yesterday to save her side. And now there's space out wide. May not have the pace with Green Shields out there. And again, Green Shields wraps up on the far side. Great covering, great scrambling by Canada. Stepping off the left. Van Tak finds support. Oh, pops up and just goes without the Pride. Certainly playing here today. Not intimidated by this World Series Canadian side. So it's quarterfinals of the Kinesio Cup. The UN Cup coming up right after this. Inside ball, Van Tak finds support. They link up. They'll need all the support runner. Just wasn't there off the shoulder. Murty. So penalty now to Canada. Landry. A little update on field 2. The New Zealand development side winning 17-7, so they'll go through. That ball finding the touch line.
Tight affair here with Canada deep in their own half with the line out. Beautifully thrown. That's 7-0 Canada.
Nice work by Kish. Oh, the big dummy by Nichols. Nichols, we saw her yesterday, speed away. She's streaking away. Nichols can't get away from the covering tackle. She'll get back up and play on herself. But now it's Canada. They're lined out wide. Green Shields calling for it. Landry picks up, and Landry goes herself and scores.
Side of the breakdown and strolls over, taking the score now to Canada 12 versus.
So Canada, they go coast to coast.
And it's just a progressive score on ground.
And so 12-0
and it
is the score in front. Landry nailing one from the sideline before, so you'd expect the score to advance as we look here at the replay. Nichols yesterday, or Nicholas, she scored a couple of scorches herself. What a day here it is on the Central Coast. If you're in and around the district, get down here because there's plenty to do. There's plenty of world-class rugby to see, and it's a testament to all the tournament organisers. Hailed as the best competition outside the World Series. Teams from all over the world competing here. As Landry looks to get this Canadian side on the front foot. Oh, Kish comes up almost with a one-handed grab. It was flat. It was well executed, and in the end, just didn't come off. So now the Pride looking to play on the wide train track there, and going forward was Jessica Surges. Ventark, they come around. The ball's played out wide, but again, Canada slide nicely, perfectly almost. Now Landry, they have the turnover. Maleshi turns back on the inside. Hannah Darling finds Landry, and Landry with the palm, and Landry, it's too easy for her at the moment as she goes under the sticks. So, with the game before, the Australian women easily accounting for Fijiana, you'd have to think Canada are trying to send a message to the gold medal winning Australian side with a dominant performance. 19-0 kick to come. Ball goes through, flag goes up.
21-0 for Canada.
21-0 is the score. And you can even see the picture of Joe Bishop in the Joe Bishop stand. He's got a wry little smile. He's enjoying the footy. Paul Simon, of course, we're live on Bar TV Sports in the party box here, and for lack of air conditioning, it certainly is heating up. And all the hot air that's being blown. As the ball comes down, and again, the Pride. Pride try to go wide, probably too early there, and they need to be a little bit more direct with this scrambling defence of Canada. That'll be half-time. Going to take a quick break and come back with all the second half action here.
Now on both rounds has been live streamed through Bar TV. So for anybody, friends and family who can't make it here today, make sure you let them know and to get on there and watch the live stream. And also follow all the action through the Central Coast 7 Facebook and Twitter feed.
So welcome back, everybody, as we see the huddles out there. Canada, their coach John Tate. He seems happy with the performance. Of course, this is the CanisiO Cup. It is the cup side of the draw. We'll bring you all the bowl, the plate, the boot. All the finals here today. Coming up next will be the U1 Cup, the Aussie Gold men, featuring against New South Wales Sevens, who last year, if you remember, and hail your minds back, the New South Wales Sevens side almost upsetting the Australian side, and we saw yesterday a very physical match against the Australian green side. So it'll be Pride now to kick off the invitational side. The sounds of Funky Town over the loudspeakers. I can certainly say, spending some time on the Central Coast, it certainly is a funky town, and that's the kick-off there. Nicholas running sideways as they look for space. Apps is outside. Apps links up. Oh, nice run on the inside as Green Shields offloads to Apps, and Apps looking to find some pace. She takes the tackle. Nicholas now playing in at first receiver. Lucan spreading the ball, and here come the Canadians. Watch them, Ray. Gets over halfway, but she succumbs to the tackle. And Nicholas comes on the short side. Nicholas runs up the field. Field 2 for an update there. 12-0 to the Stars Sevens. So they're looking good as well. And it opens up here on field 1. Hannah Darling will go under the sticks. And the defence around the ruck was almost non-existent there by the Pride Sevens.
And another try there, this time to the number 10.
As we see the replay there, it just opened up. Of course, the Bar TV broadcast partner, Core Crew. If you want to get involved in some mining work, contact Core Crew and they'll help you out.
That successful conversion takes the score. Canada 28, Pride 7-0.
So 28-0 is now the score.
Score update on ground
Canada
2 is Phil Stars leading University of Queensland 12 points to 0.
Looking dominant. University of Queensland trailing on field 2. The Stars up 12 points to 0. Of course, we're live on both fields. This is the Party Box field, though, so stay tuned all day. Let us know your thoughts. Hashtag CC7S at Bar TV Sports. Of course, like our Facebook page, our YouTube page, if you want your event covered, or indeed your entire competition, contact Josh at bartv.sports.com.au or Josh at bartv.com.au, sorry. As we go back to the action now. The Pride looking to attack. The sliding defence of Canada too good. That's a big hit. That's high, maybe. Yeah, the referee agrees. She came across and absolutely launched herself, Nicholas. And here she is again, trying to put a heavy hit on the far side on Olivia White. Olivia White stands in the tackle. Van Tark managed to draw the penalty, though, at the back of the breakdown. Tani Kavanagh in a little bit of trouble in back play for the Pride side. So they're playing with a player down. Van Tark goes forward, surges forward over the 10. Olivia White now again strong in the tackle. She drives the legs forward. They're going to have to roll away here. The ball comes back. Van Tark goes wide. Brittany Vanderhart offloads nicely. Oh, nice step off the left foot. This will be a try out wide. Brooks. And Brooks is over. As Tani Kavanagh goes from the field. Brooks scores on the far side.
Wow. She went left, she went right, and she went over. So
nice little step there. Nice footwork as we see here on the replay. Brought to you by Old Term Partners. Nice little left foot step. Just adjusted a line and goes for the corner too fast. Olivia Brooks does it easily in the end. So coming back for the restart now, the Pride, they haven't had to kick too much here today, just the one time at halftime. 28-5. And the sounds of Tom Petty come over the stereo. Won't back down. Well, the Pride certainly aren't backing down. As Nicholas taking it over ahead. Taking nicely Apps on the outside. Apps getting the ball wide back inside to Apps. And Apps over the halfway. She's still going. Greenshields goes wide. Nicholas. She's been dangerous, adjusting her run, comes back. Greenshields getting the ball. Now there's an overlap. Apps on the outside. Oh, the dummy's thrown. It is Paulin. Paulin goes towards the try line. And Paulin is too quick in the end. And we're going to be joined shortly by Tournament Director Craig Morgan.
There was the number 6, Sabrina Paulin.
Who's bringing us all the action for day 2 here on the Central Coast. And what a tournament it's been. Craig, how you going, mate?
Surviving.
Well, you look like you've lost about 15 kilos with all the walking and pacing and stressing you've been done, but it's culminated in a great second day of finals.
Yes, I eat to this point to then taper off for the several kilometres that are walked.
Well, it's a lovely day they've turned out on the Central Coast here. All the fans watching at home around the area, indeed Sydney, wanting a quick Sunday drive to come up here. Get here because...
Definitely hot in the party box.
Oh, it's always hot in the party box. Nowhere hotter. The roof is on fire, as they say, Craig. And I'll let it burn down and go down with the ship. But it's been a great quarter-final series here. The Australian men's and indeed the Canadian women's we've seen here on field 1 looking very dominant. The Stars up on field 2 at the moment. They're ahead, and New Zealand winning quite comfortably as well. So the top teams look like they're going through. Unfortunately for Fijiana, they dropped that game yesterday. As we go back to the kickoff. Now Apps comes across. Green Shields goes back towards the Riders. Watch them, Ray. Watch them, Ray. Streaks forward. Oh, good covering tackle in the end. It was Lauren Murty. Apps is on the short side. Penalty. And here come the Pride. Murty, I thought she might have put the foot down there, Craig, and she might have been a little bit heavy-legged after that chase.
Yeah, I think a bit hesitant there. Sometimes it's just time to go.
So as the final siren blows here, it's been Canada dominant, 33-5. They may be disappointed they didn't keep the Pride to 0.
Yeah, and Pride are actually very impressive. They've only been in existence for about 12 months.
I've
had one of their girls go through to the Aussie program in Cassie Staples, so they're doing great things, and I think they're a team to watch.
Very, very quick as well, Cassie Staples, and it's a testament to tournaments like this. I was talking to the coaching staff of the Hunter side, and their program going quite well, getting a few of their players into the Aon 7 series. That maybe Newcastle University might want to get into that next year.
Yeah, definitely. The University series was a great addition. Hopefully we can find something similar for the men, so we can obviously develop that side of the game as well.
Well, it's certainly tournaments like this that you can run off and certainly adapt and grow and create something special in the sevens world.
Yeah, this is what I love about the tournament is a team like Pride just got to take on the bronze medalists. That's a great experience. You learn more from losing than you do winning.
Well, such a great tournament. It's been widely accepted, so much so our completed numbers from yesterday, as all the analytics came in, 81,000, Craig. So that surpasses both days of last year. So definitely growing, I guess, in viewership and growing in the love of Central Coast Sevens.
Yeah, that's a great audience. So we're wrapped with those figures and looking forward to seeing how we pan out today with finals day with some huge matches on their way.
Well, if you're at home, of course, get involved, get interactive with the coverage. Hashtag CC7S on all your social media platforms on Bar TV Sports and, of course, Central Coast Sevens. And if you do like the coverage and like what you're seeing out there, give it a little share. Tell your friends about it because we're looking to break records here, Craig.
Yes, we are. We love a record.
Of course, the big one now, the Euro Cup Aussie Gold coming up against New South Wales Sevens, and this promises to be a big, big match.
Yeah, very much so.
Physical.
Physicals, yeah, definitely. The Aussie boys have been very impressive. New South Wales are a niggly type of side. They will go out there to inflict a bit of damage and upset the Aussie boys, so the Aussie boys will need to stay composed. Well, for our viewers out there who didn't tune into the coverage yesterday, the number one for New South Wales Sevens, very aggressive, copped a couple of yellows. Joe Senanawana, he was very good for them, as was the young bloke from up the road, Sam Fogarty, playing in the 12 jersey. Hails from Morisset, via Merriweather, via West Harbour, now in the New South Wales Sevens side. And he is one to watch out for as well, and I know certainly listening around the traps that a couple of these players, certainly on the radar, playing against the Aussie Gold side, definitely opportunities for them. For sure. There's another guy there, Jolene Graham, very impressive, plays down in Sydney for Parramatta, formerly of the Bulldogs, very impressive. I think the thing that New South Wales have to be careful of is their discipline. That's really their downfall at the moment. He's not related to James Graham, is he? No, he's not. He's not a fiery redhead. No, he doesn't shear himself in Vaseline.
If only we could. And we see the New South Wales side coming out, as are the Aussie men's side, led out by John Porch. And of course, Tugamala leading the New South Wales 7 side out. And looking like they're here to bring it.
This is what real development is about. So you've got the state side, a state side playing the national team. Those players in the state team are trying to break into this national side. So they're going to go out there pretty hard.
One to watch out for as well is young Rickson in the 6 and a speedster for New South Wales. And of course, you can't forget all the players here. Longbottom, he's a walking highlights reel, or running highlights reel, and he's standing there bracing himself for the kickoff. Killingworth behind him, and it comes up, it's high, and here he goes. Longbottom taken down, and that'll be a penalty. Yeah, just taken out up high, and a little bit of mouths chatting already out there as the ball comes wide. Porch, it goes behind him. Anderson's on the outside. Nice fend off there by Ben O'Donnell, and Ben O'Donnell skips through. Porch is on the inside, goes to the outside. Oh, the ball just almost offloaded. Now Anderson, he's wide, but they go themselves as Kennywell gets it wide, and here he is now. Longbottom, too quick as he slices through for a good try, and that's class right there, Craig.
Yeah, very much so. I think he's going to be a player to watch over the World Series and into the future. So hopefully things go well for him, and we see a lot of him.
Yeah, we certainly saw. He went viral, didn't he, around the world with that pirouetting try he pulled off at the Oktoberfest tournament.
Yeah, he's got some feet on him.
As we look at the replay there, yeah, just we say it all the time. You can't coach speed, but when you've got footwork like you're in Footloose, like John Travolta, or that's Saturday Night Fever.
I'm a bit too young for that, Gary.
We see there's a player down for the New South Wales side. Maybe Fogarty, is it? You see out there.
The breaking play here, a really serious injury. Got his head on the wrong side of that tackle, collected the hip.
So maybe a head injury we saw yesterday.
Just have a quick break while we tend to him, make sure he's okay.
Bit of stoppage yesterday with Katie Harrison succumbing. Never like to see this, and
great that Katie's all good as well.
Floating around. Couldn't wait to get back here.
Yesterday feedback was she called up to say how could she watch, so that's great. Great to see she was well.
Put on one of the most dazzling displays of footwork to score a try. That man was Maurice Longbottom, and yes, that is the same one that scored that try. So
plenty going on here today for our audience out there. I can't see the jumping castles up there yet, Craig.
They'll be up about 11 o'clock. Plenty of food out the back there. Some slow-cooked beef ribs and the like. So
unbelievable.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I hadn't eaten all day yesterday in the party box. You don't eat, obviously, when you party. And I got up there yesterday and they'd saved me some, and they were absolutely delicious.
Yeah, no one wants to listen to you chewing over the microphone.
So back up to his feet, we like that. Harry Leddy coming off the field. So Petro coming on the field, Fogarty coming on the field as well. So looking, they didn't really get it right yesterday, the restarts, the Aussie side, so they wanted to get that today, and they go safe and they go straight up the field. Oh, getting it back is the New South Wales side, but they spill the ball. And Ben O'Donnell, Porch going through, and too quick. And nice dive to finish it off, Craig.
Yeah, very good there. They just built numbers with pure speed.
Another try there to the Aussies.
Yeah, John Porch certainly very quick, isn't he? He's got blistering pace, and he's a big, strong player.
Yeah, the program's coming along really well. I think it's going to be an exciting series for the Aussie boys. Obviously, the girls tasting a lot of success, but the boys, I think they've got a really good lineup and a lot of young guys and with those experienced heads.
Yeah, it's a good mix now, isn't it, of the veterans with the experience. You know, Ed Jenkins still in the program, Jesse as well. He's the ambassador for the Central Coast Sevens too, hailing from here.
Yeah, he is. He's been magnificent, very supportive of the tournament and ourselves. He's just a lovely fella.
The women's quarterfinal action, Stars Rugby ran out winners 17-0.
So John Porch now scored 12-0, so conversion unsuccessful.
Canada, which will be a great one. Canada versus US.
As the ball
and
kicked
Australia versus New
downfield.
Zealand in the semi-finals.
And again, just making sure of those kickoffs here today. Jack Pennington scored a couple of good tries yesterday. As they go wide, Tugamala. His big jail. Tugamala losing the ball. Nice feet there. It was Killingworth, and now talking about nice feet. Again, the offload wasn't there. As Killingworth gets the scraps, and Fogarty brings him down. As they go to Kennywell on the far side, he'll use his size and strength, get the ball back. They're calling for knock on, but it was nowhere near a knock on. Porch goes down the short side. Porch kicks for himself, can't come up with it.
Thought that would have been offside there. It's come off the New South Wales player and picked up by a New South Wales player in front.
So Ben O'Donnell has some space out wide, flick pass. Oh, the draw and pass was there, but trying too much as Tim Anstey's forced to clean up. The Aussie Gold side still with ball in hand though. Quick tap is taken, they're all offside. Fogarty comes across, he was well in front there, and now long bottom with plenty to do in front, and the step to the right, step back inside, and to change angles like that, I tell you, me or you, Craig, aren't doing that anytime soon.
No, not at all. Had two players outside in there as well, so that was always going to be a try as long as they didn't make a mistake. But yeah, great footwork again.
And it certainly is a testament to yourself, Craig, to have, oh, look at that, just stops on an absolute 20-cent piece there and straightens up.
Lovely to be small.
And quick.
Yeah, exactly.
And talented. As the ball goes over the green dot here.
And that conversion
talent certainly helps.
John Porch converting 19-0, sorry, with a successful conversion.
Quick update from Field 2.
Of course, this is the U1 Cup. Is the Vice Chancellor here today, Craig?
We'll be here later today for the finals to do the presentations.
We may get a chat with them again as, oh, taken down. Maybe a little bit high, yeah. Referee says though, but he thought he was going to get away with it. O'Donnell there, he certainly didn't faze him. Tom Lucas on the field now. Interestingly enough, Ed Jerkins hasn't come on. He's been played sparingly over the tournament. And they go back with a set move. Here they come, Tim Anstey. Tim Anstey goes forward. He's about 10 out. Kennywell. Here's Lucas. Lucas goes back to the left. The long ball to Anstey. Anstey inside. And just bumping off is Lockie Anderson for another try for the Aussie Gold side here on the Central Coast.
Yeah, a good lesson for the state side there on what they need to do to be able to get to that level. So, again, this is what this tournament's about. It's a great opportunity for development and learning.
So for our viewers out there, Craig, let's hear about the format of the day. How's it going to run? And we've obviously got some big games coming up here on the show court field. Yeah,
so currently in quarterfinals. The winner of the quarterfinals will progress to semi-finals of the Cup. The losers will drop back to the plate. After the quarterfinals are run, we then go into the semi-finals, straight into semi-finals of the lower divisions, being the boot and the ball, and then we'll flow into the plate semis and then the Cup semis and work our way to the big one.
And the big dance. Yeah. Men's and women's, of course, parity prize money here in the Canisier Cup and the UON Cup, University of Newcastle. Lucas with a high searching kick. And the New South Wales side come up with it. They realign and they'll draw the penalty. It's a New South Wales penalty. Someone better tell Tim Anstey's had a good game here today. Been a little bit quiet on day one, saving himself for today as Fogarty offloads. The inside ball. Petro with a long ball and doesn't find its intended target. Rickson steps and slips. It is a little bit slippery underfoot out there with the humidity, and now here they come, the Aussie side, as Anstey brought down just inside the 22. John Porch with the ball. Goes wide, and Ben O'Donnell will likely go over in the corner, and yes, he does. Nice try again.
Looking pretty good.
Clinical. Of course, big game coming up next here on Bar TV Sports, and of course, Central Coast Sevens. It's the Fiji Barbarians taking Luanaku. It should be
That'll be a great
an exciting match up here.
Ulmacau, they finished second last year, losing to Australia. Had a last-minute chance to win the match, but were taken into touch on their way to the try line.
It was a great final, wasn't it? And if we get something like that here today, it'll be something special, which is more than likely. Of course, if you are listening in, come in. What's the gate price here? And
basically, walk up to the gate. It's $20 for adults, but get it online. It's about $15. We encourage people to get it online. They then get in through the gate a bit quicker as well through the express lane. I've got kids prices as well, so family passes, the whole lot.
So at half-time, Australia lead 29-0. I was almost ready to bring on the Fijian side. Such is the dominance here of Australia. 29-0, looking to maybe double that in this half. New South Wales through Marshall Milroy getting some stern advice out there. Andy Friend, he'll be pretty happy with that first half performance.
Yeah, I think so. It was pretty slick. I think it's important that New South Wales strike fairly early in the second half.
And the top field, 12-0 in favour of Island Breeze up there, taking on the Stallions. So
that's interesting because Stallions got an all-star team up there.
yes, certainly plenty of players that have played together as well on the Stallions side, playing for Brisbane Fiji, and indeed the Tribe Sevens as well.
We got two Samoan internationals, a Kiwi international, PO2Y, who is a Fiji international, has a magnificent offload on him. Island Breeze have won a couple of tournaments in Australia this year, Melbourne International Sevens and Bendigo.
Lovely part of the world is Bendigo.
Yeah, very much.
Almost lost my mind in Bendigo in the cricket season. I was there for a week. Good part of the world. It's like the Central Coast with no water. As we go back now to half-time, the second half is just about to start. Lucas with the ball. Saw him out here earlier on by himself early on. He got here pretty early and was practicing these restarts. It was part of their game that let them down yesterday. And that one is on the money. Coming through was Jenkins with the tackle. New South Wales have been starved of the ball. Oh, that's great defence out in the middle. Oh, and that's an equally good clean out. Rickson came across and absolutely threw his body at it. And here's young Hunter Ward. Coming through some of these pathway programs, Hunter Ward, he's a rangy hooker in the 15-man game. He certainly has adapted well to the sevens, and as they come around, come back, and oh, that's a good fend there. It was Officiali.
Another Parramatta boy.
Of course, that's a good run, good step by Petro, but he's isolated. They'll have to get there, and they're just maybe a step behind at the breakdown. I guess the professionalism of the Australian side showing through at the moment. Just that little bit quicker over the ball, Craig.
Yeah, breakdown speed is crucial, and the Aussies are definitely a step ahead in that regard.
Quick tap taken, Kennywell. Oh, nice ball. Here's Myers. Myers, he's hard to put down. Quinn dummies. Quinn goes himself, and he's over. and advances his position. Good awareness there over the try line as well. Australia go ahead to 34-0.
Another try there to the Aussies, this time to number 11, Brandon Quinn. That takes the score to Australia, 34, New South Wales 0.
34-0, Craig, and New South Wales. They were the surprise packets last year.
Last year they were very strong, finishing third. I don't think they're to the same standard this year, which is obviously being shown in this game.
They brought a few more players through, haven't they? Other players have gone on to, I guess, bigger and better things. Of course, the NRC on at the moment as well, which has affected their squad.
They're preparing for the national titles at the moment, so this will be a good hit out for them anyway.
So Lucas with the ball, and it comes down, and nice take there by Tugamala. Siali, long ball wide, Petro, a little jinking run. And the Australian Gold team, they just slide across in cover, adapting well. Matt Steed looking to create something. Oh, great clean out there. As we said, very physical side, this New South Wales 7 side. Steed standing in at first receiver. Hunter Shaw calling for it, and that's a penalty there. Lucas looking to play quick. Does so. Nice offload there. Quinn's outside. Inside ball now. Charlie Taylor for his first of the day. And look out for him because he'll probably score a few more, Craig.
Yeah, very much so. Charlie's father was actually my junior rugby coach. But I think New South Wales, I think in all honesty, they need more game time together. They don't get enough of that. They've been playing a couple of domestic tournaments under another banner, but they've been split into 2 teams. They really need to be able to put their squad together and play in tournaments a bit more regular, so a bit of support from New South Wales Rugby, I think, is needed there.
Well, no doubt they're listening in at Waratah's headquarters.
Well, hopefully they hear the message because, I mean, you know, Sevens is booming and we want our programs to be strong, and I think game time's everything.
And, of course, Bar TV Sports enjoying a great relationship with New South Wales Rugby, as we'll bring you the trial games next year. And the ball bounces down, and again the restart. So, Andy Friend won't be happy with that one.
No, restarts are crucial.
So New South Wales with their first real opportunity to get into the half of the Australian Gold side here today. Petro with the tap. Turns Steed on the inside, and Hunter Shaw offloading. Tugamala streaks through. He has Rickson on the outside. Goes inside to Shaw. Shaw gets away, and Shaw will score.
Sure.
Shaw was a good try, Craig.
Sure was.
Hunter Shaw, hailing from the country. Oh, Hunter Ward, sorry. I've got it all wrong.
Try there to number 2, Hunter Ward for New South Wales. Makes the score 43-5, and the successful conversion makes it 43.7.
So 43-7, nice try there to Hunter Ward. He's, as we said,
get the ball back inside.
He's one to watch out for. Highly rated there at HQ in New South Wales. And Tugamala, that was a good half break there that he created.
That's all you need. Bit of space.
They go deep. Jenkins gets the ball, looking to run over his opposition. And good defence there by New South Wales 7. So it could be on there for Rickson. Rickson tries to kick forward. And this could be a card here. It'll be Quinn coming from the field.
Well, this could be a bit of a game changer here. Australia had a good lead, but New South Wales with the advantage of one player.
So here they come now. Pennington goes wide. Here's Ward. Ward with a dummy. Can he go over for 2? Ward changes direction.
Just a quick score update from field 2.
5 metres out.
19 all. Stallions in the breeze. A very close game with just under a minute left up there as well.
We hear over the ground announcers. Oh, Tugamala with a crossfield kick. Steed. Oh, he goes without it. Should have dived. Show us something special out wide.
43-7.
43-7, and A little bit of an update if you're not watching both streams. 19 all up on the top field.
It's a good comeback from Stallions up there.
So with the draw, any extra time allowed here?
Yeah, it goes to extra time. 5 minutes, golden point.
So kick downfield, and the Australian gold side
Nasty
looking for it. Yeah, the bounce. Charlie Taylor just didn't quite get it, so Aussie gold convincingly there. 43-7. Nice work. Thanks very much, Craig Morgan, for joining us. Enjoy the day, and hopefully you get to relax this afternoon, mate. That's Craig Morgan, Tournament Director, here for the Central Coast Sevens. And coming up next, we've got a big match. 2 Fijian sides.
Up now on ground 1, we have the Fiji Barbarians.
The Fijian Barbarians versus Lunakau. Lunakau looked strong last year. As we're going to go down now quickly for an interview with Catch on the sideline.
So, Josh Pereira from New South Wales Waratah Sevens. How is it playing this tournament against this opposition?
It's an awesome opportunity, yeah. Beautiful facilities, beautiful people. Awesome. Awesome.
Thanks a lot to Catch providing us with all the exclusives down on ground 0. As we go now back to the action, Fiji Barbarians obviously playing in the traditional white. Lunakau, they were good yesterday. They're a physical side, and you can see them out there on your screens pointing out where they're going to kick the ball, who they're going to kick it at. So Lunakau kicking off. They go right. Nicely taken on the far side. Lunakau. They lose the ball though, diving over. So it'll be a Fiji Barbarians penalty. As Revuvo takes the ball, he's going to take the kick for touch. So the Barbarians, we've seen them
with regard to the women's semi-finals for the Cup
the set piece.
Divisions. We have that secured now, so if you want to write on your programs, at 12:40, the plate division semi-finals on ground 1 will be Fiji versus Pride, and on ground
So the ball comes
2,
down.
it will be Sunnybank versus University.
Fiji
of
Barbarians are a nice right foot step. Revuvo
Semi-finals of the Cup division,
gets
which
over
will be at 1:40,
the halfway.
all
Or
games
he's
can
driven
play
back
on
now.
ground
Lunakau.
1. It's
Good
Australia
defensive
versus
effort
New Zealand,
there, and
directly after
they'll
that, at
get
2
the
o'clock,
scrum
it will be
feed.
Canada
And there's
versus
push and
the
shove
Pride.
out there too. Plenty of passion here on the Central Coast. Both these sides looking very good yesterday. Oh, good pressure there by the Barbarians. It was Jerry Tuai. Tuai, of course, synonymous with sevens around the world. Revuvo, quick tap. Trouble out wide. Oh, they get the ball away. Uliata, oh, he's close. He's brought down as he rolled over. He gets the ball back. He is inches away. Taken down there was Domalave, and still going. Now calling for it. Is Kunavula. Oh, taken out. Great defence. Lunakau. That's desperation stuff, and they're looking to cause a big upset here on the Central Coast. Maury Breen Oval has seen some big clashes over the years, but this is one of the best.
24 points to 19. The Stallions now
So it'll be a 22 restart
of the Cup division, with Island
as they
Breeze
look
moving into semis.
for a couple of options here, just looking to close it down with an injury out wide as well. Referee Drew Tonks, one of the good up-and-coming referees here in the Australian rugby system. For those of you interested in referees, remember the name Drew Tonks. Looks like they'll be right to proceed here. Of course, we'll be joined by plenty of superstars throughout the day here in the Bar TV Sports Party Box. This ball kicked downfield. Oh, it's a good one. Goes towards the sideline and looking for the quick one is Fiji. The dummy's thrown and Kunavula saw himself get a yellow card yesterday. Of course, Gareth Barber, the coach. Jerry Tuai with the throw. They go to the back. And they come down with it. Kamalele. Tuai. Long ball to Revuvu. Feeds his man. Oh, he does so perfectly because this will be a try to Barley. Barley with all the pace. What a try. What footwork. That is dazzling stuff here on the show court. The pace was electric. And the stepping, well. Look at that. Just turning, changing his angle. The step off the left foot at pace as he goes towards the sticks and looking for support. And didn't need it. It was a gallant chase there by Bulli. Ratu Tamazi Bulli, he was good yesterday as well in the 2 jersey. So that's the first try. 2 minutes remaining, 7-0 the score. Coming up next, we're going to have the semi-finals of the boot division. It'll be West Harbour taking on Hunter in the women's. That'll be the first game up. Nice kick through and over the top. Ball bouncing back. Revuvu getting it to Tuai. Tries to get around. Oh, look at that. Stops, dummies, turns and goes under the sticks or thereabouts. Pulled himself up short there. Saved his legs.
That takes the score here to 12 points to nil. And
12-0 in the Barbars.
Kamadamu leading Aussie Green.
They've opened up.
Points to nil. Kamadamu have really turned up today. That will make the semis very, very interesting.
So Tabadamu leading on the far field. On field 2. And the Stallions ended up winning at 26-19.
Successful conversion there makes the score. Fiji 14. Luniakau 0.
Just previously, so it was a good comeback there by the Stallions. They were down 12-0. Of course, if you are watching in on Bar TV Sports, let us know your thoughts. Hashtag CC7S. Oh, that ball going forward twice, so double knock on. And we'll have a scrum there. Adjudicated well out in the centre. There's a lovely breeze now blowing here on the Central Coast. Not quite the Wyong Doctor yet. We'll probably get that in the afternoon. But there's the half-time siren. Ball comes out. So the Barbars will get one more chance to go ahead. And they'd love to go into half-time, 21-0. Making it not impossible. We've seen funnier things, stranger things. There's now Fiji Barbarians looking to attack. Jerry Tuai calling a play around now. Space on the far side. This will be a try in the corner. Uliata.
A try in the corner there to Buddy Uliata.
Uliata scores on half time. It's not what Julanakau wanted. And look at this, good lead-up work here, and just the skill, the long ball thrown. And you can't let anyone in this Fiji Barbarians get on the outside because the pace is blistering. We're going to take a quick break and come back with all the action.
It's a cracking game up there on field 2. Just a reminder, it is very warm out there, guys, so make sure that you're going over and seeing the lake club over there at the canteen, getting all your fluids. We have water down here. Make sure you've got your sunscreen. Make sure you get your hats on. Go over and see Boost Juice as well. They're down there with their healthy and refreshing juices at the southern end of the ground. And also make sure you go and see our sponsors, VLK. We've got all the Central Coast Sevens here, and you'll probably need some of those singlets and hats, so make sure you go and see them. And for players, if you need mouth guards or boots, we've got Blaze here with their boots, the #1 boot for rugby, and we have the mouth guard over there, also at the northern end of the grandstand, who will custom fit one for you, so make sure you see them. We've got some special deals going. And obviously we've got our wonderful sponsors and partners, Canisios, who are making sure you get through the day. So coming up next on round 1 action, we now move into the boot division. And on round 1, it will be West Harbour versus Hunter in the women. And round 2 will be Cook Island versus ACT Brumbies. So
we come back now for all the second half action. It's Fiji Barbarians 19-0 leading here. The field 2 score is 19-12 to Tabadamu. The Australian green side behind on the leisure. It's a good comeback. They were down 12-0. So big game up on field 2 as well. Of course, we're streaming live on both fields. So Drew Tonks blows time on. Ravuvu with the restart. It's a nice one over the top. And the knock-on is drawn out, called by the referee. As we'll see, one of the few scrums of this game. 19-0 the score. Ulanakau looking, oh, that is a big hit, led by Big Paula. We saw him yesterday pull off some crackers as well. Around the edge there, 10 metres in from touch. On the far side, oh, ball just evading. Not the best delivery there. So Fiji Barbarians, of course, plenty of Fijian sides still on the program. Tabadamu up on field 1. No, field 2, sorry. It is hot up here. And Tabadamu attacking at the moment up there. I'm just watching the feed on Bar TV Sports. Of course, live on both fields. If you do want to get involved with Bar TV Sports, contact us, josh@bartv.com.au. That ball comes out. Nakuku, quick one. Looking for runners. Finds Tuai, and they're up on the 22, and Ulanakau, they shift nicely. Oh, that's good footwork right there, and even better strength getting around. Vakarabogo goes over for a try.
And that's another try there to the Barbarians through the number 10, Vakarabogo. That takes the score now 24 points to middle, kick to come.
So Fiji Barbarians well in control at 24-0. Vakarabogo, diminutive number 10 in this massive Fijian Barbarian side. Plenty of big names, plenty of gold medalists littered throughout this side, and the flag goes up.
Successful conversion makes it Fiji 26, Ulanakau 0.
So 26-0, flag goes up And that will be probably the game with 4 minutes remaining. There's still time to hit back a few more tries, but that might be just one too many there by the Fijian Barbarians side. Ball bouncing backwards. Now looking to expand wide, and they go back to the way of the try scorer there, Vakara Vago, and he's still on the outside as they come back into Barley. Barley, he's quick and he's light-footed. Barley, and he's also strong as he shrugs off the tackler. Apanisa, oh, nice line there, nice run, and you're not going to stop Big Paula, who goes under the sticks. The ball was held up nicely, and he just changed his line at the last minute and hit the hole, and you are not going to stop the big man from there. He scored some big tries yesterday, but even more impressive was his defence. As we see right there, how easy he made it look.
Now it's here. 33 points to nil here on the main ground, and on the background it is Kamadamu leading Australia 33-17.
So 33-0 here. 33-17 in favour of Tabadamu on the field too. So Aussie Gold look like they'll be dropping out into the plate finals. Tap taken. Ulanako with a good chance to attack, and they think we may as well go straight and hard and direct. Try and get through this very good Barbarians defence. This time they play on the fringes there. Oh, that's a turnover. No, Tonks says it's a penalty. The tap's taken and he wants it called back, and a Toga with attack and the quick one. Jeku again. Ball bouncing and nothing really sticking at the moment. Ilanakau. Plenty of action here today. I know. A big bulla to all our fans in Fiji. Plenty of people watching the stream there. Send us some pics. As now the ball goes inside. Oh, that is a very good pick up there by Tuai. Somehow he got it. Oh, shrugging away is Kunavula. Kunavula, has he got the pace? Has he got the pace? He doesn't even break out of second gear. And he'll score another try with 45 seconds remaining. They'll get another chance here.
Another try there to Fiji. This comes to number 2, Kunavula. And it takes the score now to 38-0.
38-0 the score line, with one more chance to get the ball back and exert some more damage here. We see the replay.
40 points to nil, and on ground 2, it's
40-0.
Kamadamu running away, and they're currently leading Australia Green 40-17.
So Tabadamu, they may slide into probably third favourite now if they beat convincingly the Aussie Green side. Ball comes up and boom. Fiji Barbarians get the ball, and this will be a try as the hooter sounds, and they are not going to bring down the big man. Drani Sinakula also for his second try. The big man, Paula Drani Sinakula, scores a nice try.
Putting the icing on the cake, 45-0 to the big number 3, Drani Sinakula. And they will then move through to the semi-finals of the cup competition, Well, they'll be taking on the winners of the background, which is Hamadan.
So 45-0 the score here. We're going to take a quick break and come back with the boot semi-final. And it's going to be West Harbour women taking on the Hunter women. Both sides putting in a good account yesterday, playing on field one here today. So back in a few minutes with all the action.
So if you've got your programs there, you want to know what's happening. We now have the men's and the women's plates and cup semi-finals all locked in. So at 12:40, it will be the women's plate division. Fiji versus Pride on ground one. Ground two, it will be Sunnybank versus University of Queensland. At 1 o'clock on ground one, it will be men's plate division. New South Wales versus Aluniakau. And on ground two, Island Breeze versus Australia Green.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Bar TV Sports coverage of
at 1:40, we will have Australia versus New Zealand in the
Central Coast Sevens. We're going back to the Kinesio women's side of the draw. It's going to be West Harbour women taking on Hunter women's in the ball, the boot division. And it should be a good little clash here. West Harbour women taking on a very much improved Hunter women's side. Talking to the coaching staff earlier on here today. Plenty of Hunter women now going on to bigger and better things because of some great development and great programs up there.
Taking on Hunter. And on ground two, it will be Cook Islands versus the Brumbies.
So the siren goes. As we see the Hunter women coming out. Next up we'll have Stars Sevens taking on the Liverpool side. Of course, Liverpool coming in at short notice yesterday. A couple of invitational players in there as well. So the ball to be kicked off by the Hunter women's side. Playing in the blue, West Harbour in the white, black and red. Nice take off the kickoff there by Kunaliga. Looking to offload. Oh, there's some trouble out there already. We'll get a number on that later as West Harbour go up towards halfway. Penalty though to Hunter women. Not releasing the ball. We're going to take a bit of a stop in play here. It looks like it might be a bit of a leg injury, ankle.
Got a bit of a stoppage in play here as one of the West Harbour girls has gone down, and legendary trainer is running out there now, Shane Goldthorpe. He knows what he doesn't know.
As we see
very, very little
the training staff, the medical staff here at Central Coast. It's a great tournament to get involved. Of course, contact them via the website if you're watching around the world and you want your side to come here and play against the best of the best. And Bar TV Sports bringing you all the coverage all weekend, 2 days in a row. As we see the Bar TV Sports network grow, 81,000 viewers yesterday. We're trying to obviously break that today, creating records. So like and share for your chance to win a crew t-shirt from Bar TV. Designer label. Our production staff wearing them here today. There's unfortunate injury there early on. Maybe Toei Hiku there, the leg injury. She looks like in a bit of pain there. Next up we'll have the Stars men coming up against Liverpool. Stars men unfortunate to drop a couple of games yesterday. Now Hunter, they're trying to attack. And they turn over the ball to West Harbour, and West Harbour advance over the line. Rachel Simpson finds a bit of space, and Simpson, look at the pace. Simpson will go towards the far corner and score the first try here in the semi-final of the boot division.
The first try here, the semi-final of the boot to West Harbour, and that takes the score to 5 points to 0.
So 5-0. Welcome back, Nathan. Of course, you're got a big weekend this weekend, selecting your final squad for the New South Wales Sevens, and there's plenty of talent out there today.
Now that's a cracking conversion there for the try, Rachel Simpson, and that makes the score 7.
So you'll be announcing that at 6 o'clock tonight. Can we find that on the Waratahs website? And
yep, it's going to go live on the Waratahs website and also the Facebook site, so keep your eyes on that. They'll be for both our squads, our senior and junior squads.
of course, with national championships coming up around the corner. Oh, it's a nice kick towards the sideline, and the flag goes up.
Yeah, that's just young Anna there. She's part of the youth program for West Harbour, stepping up in the senior ranks. So it's good to see her up in this level because she dominates on that youth stage. Good to see her being tested up here.
Yes, certainly. And speaking of Will Scully, earlier on here today from the Hunter side, he certainly has got a good program in place up there as well, with plenty of those players coming through and getting on the national radar.
Yeah, certainly they're really a hotbed for us, the talent. You've got you look to the players that have come through there into the New South Wales system, and you've got two in the white headgear out here at the moment, Hannah Southwell and Mel Howard, but also the likes of Kate Gilbert, Lane Morgan. The list could really go on from up that way.
Well, it's always the same up in the Hunter. You take the coal in Sydney, and you also take the players. You won't take our beaches, though, as the ball comes out wide from West Harbour. This will be close. Katila taken down, and that's a knock on.
So how was your night last night? Did you recover? Did you get any ribs on the way out? Like I told you, I gave you the tip.
I did. They had one more set left, saved especially for me. So
how good.
They were listening to the stream over there as well. They knew I was hungry, and I went over there, had some ribs, had a couple of quick ones at Wyong Lee's Club, and my driver came and picked me up and drove me all the way back to Nelson Bay.
No expense spared at Bar TV.
That's right.
How good. Did you look after
I'm surprised they didn't get the helicopter there and land it out on field 3, Nathan.
How lush is the field on field 3?
Oh, it's unbelievable, isn't it?
Unbelievable. You think you'd be playing at Twickenham out here.
We're with Nathan Maguire, coach of the women's 7 side for the Waratahs, and as they come out wide again through Simpson, she scored good individual try earlier on. It's 7-0. West Harbour dominating at the moment. We're looking to go over again before half-time. 3 minutes remaining. Oh, good tackle there. Hannah Southwell, of course. She's no slouch.
She is no slouch. She loves the contact, Hannah, so if I was West Harbour, I'd probably move the ball away from Hannah because she's out there to really.
Well, she's coming across here again. She tries to get over the ball. She does, and that's a good turnover there. Great steal.
It is a strength in her game, getting over that ball, Hannah Southwell. She's a bit like a rock to move once she gets there. I've personally had a couple of cracks with a hit shield and come off second best.
You need to eat more wheat picks, maybe, Nathan.
Or have a couple of cans of Red Bull like you did yesterday. That don't give you wings, as you taught me.
They don't give you wings.
Don't give you wings.
I'm more a free-falling man anyway. So the ball comes out for Hunter. They haven't got out of their half yet. That's a nice wide pass, and this could be bounced on by West Harbour. It's towed forward. Good try there. Katila scoring the second try now for West Harbour. Of course, the broadcast here from Bar TV Sports being brought to you by Corkrew. And Cam Knight, I saw him floating around earlier on. He's going to come up and have a chat with us in a little bit here.
He looked very happy, Cam. He said it's a wonderful event to be a part of, and how good.
As he taps you on the shoulder, he's blushing in the Bar TV party box.
There's also a couple of pineapples that have turned up in my pocket, so I'm happy there.
A little bit of cash for comments, of course. Destination New South Wales, University of Newcastle, and the Central Coast Council, all part of the tournament here. And indeed, Kinesio sponsoring the women's part of the draw.
To score update from round 2, and it's Cook Islands now leading the ACT 10 points to 7.
And Cam will be joining us for the next game. And of course, the next game is the Stars men taking on Liverpool. Now Hunter women. They haven't been able to really get out of the half. Southwell was around. This is Bainavalu. Bainavalu, we know she's very quick. Bainavalu. She's electric. And I know her brother Sorelli will be cheering on watching Bar TV Sports at home. And I tell you what, I reckon she's got him over 100, Nathan.
I'll back him in there. She's got certainly a quick turn of heels, but...
it's only her first year of sevens as well.
Yep, you just took the words out of my mouth. Newcomer to sevens, wonderful to see her on this stage, having a crack. She'll go away with a lot of learnings from this weekend. And most
well, when she makes the New South Wales squad, she'll probably learn even more from you, Nathan.
Yeah, fingers crossed. We'll pass that comment on to Shelley. But no, it's great to see, you know, a girl like that coming into rugby, first time, playing on a big stage like this at Central Coast, and going up against a strong West Harbour team here that are also developing, so a good matchup for her.
So that's half time, and we're going to stick with Nathan for the remainder of the match, and then we're going to go with the Bar TV Sports major partner call crew. They're going to have a quick chat about sevens and what it means to them. We're going to take a quick break and come back with all the second half action here on Bar TV Sports. Welcome back, everybody, to the Central Coast Sevens. Tuning in from all around the world. Let us know where you are. And, of course, share us around. 81,000 viewers yesterday, looking to surpass that today.
How good. Out of that 81,000, I'll just give a shout out to my dad who's down in Prince of Wales Hospital. I know he's tuning in, watching. Hope you're doing well, Dad, and that jelly that you said is so lovely, you're getting it right down your gullet.
Yeah, it is. Double servings of jelly. Sterling, has he got a private room, or is he?
No, he's actually in a big open 4-bedder room. And
stealing jellies off everyone.
Stealing jellies and also giving the nurses nightmares. So look, they're very patient with him up there. And he's cheering and yahooing, so the poor people in that ward, I feel sorry for you, but I hope here's a bit of shout out for all of you in the music ward, as they like to call it.
So here we go. It's West Harbour with the kickoff, playing against Hunter. They are in the lead, 12-7. Bainavalu hitting back for the Hunter women just before half time. And that one not going the distance. We've seen a bit of an improvement there over the morning's play, as they go up over the 10. And there, the Hunter women was Francis Afiki.
I want to see how long it's going to take the Hunter to switch on here. There's no sweeper in behind, and Mel Howard.
Oh, nice little step there. Southwell now with the ball inside. Mel Howard, as you said, she threw a nice little dummy there, jinked away. Now, that's a good clean out there, but it's going to be a penalty.
Here we go, Mel Howard.
Here she goes now. Mel Howard sees the opportunity. Mel Howard has support on the outside. Dummies, inside ball, and that'll be Afiki. Nice try. Hunter women are back in this. They'll need the conversion to draw level, but it's a good comeback, Nathan.
Yeah, certainly. We'll talk about Mel Howard there. What she did. It's a very unselfish play. She could have gone directly straight for the line, but for her to give that ball off and give one of the younger girls a memory, she'll cherish her the rest of her life. Well done to Mel. And let's see if she can kick it. This is what, for her to make the state team, is one of her key criteria. Make sure she nails kicks like this.
Well, the pressure's on. 10-12. Oh, she hits it, and it goes over. So she has just signed her name in pencil on the team sheet. It's not quite in pen yet,
Not quite in
but
pen yet.
the New South Wales coach with us here, Nathan Maguire, he said the criteria, so he may have to stand by that later on.
6 p.m.
Oh, nice take there. Here comes Bainavalu up the field. Nice little pass away. West Harbour now coming up with it. Ashley Krebbit losing the ball. Hunter come up with it. Southwell straightens. Southwell, she is going to go under the sticks. And now Hunter women, they're in front.
Southwell, the number 2. And now Hunter extend their lead to 19 points to 12.
19-12, Nathan, and did you see it coming?
Oh, look, there's a lot of experience there through that core group of the Hunter girls, and look, the back end of this game, West Harbour always going to tire. Good try there. Hannah Southwell, good speed, good aggression. She has spent time in the Australian program, and it just shows, just being around quality players, there's your Kazliks, the Cherries, Quirks.
We've certainly seen her here over the past couple of seasons playing in both the Australian green and gold setup.
Another successful conversion.
And she's lit the tournament up over the last couple of years, but now playing in the Hunter, where it all began.
She's actually a very talented soccer player as well. She's was a goalkeeper at the junior level for the Australian team. And come across, converted rugby, prefers the contact.
Oh, doesn't she want? There she is there. Arms swinging, shoulders. Bounced off that time though. Now the long ball. It's a lovely long ball. Out wide, Ashley Blackmore getting a nice ball away. That ball popped up and may come into the hands of Hunter. No, it's going to go into Malu. Malu playing in the 15 jersey.
A little bit of Fijian style sevens there from the West Harbour. Throw it around, one touch.
Well, certainly we've seen some great rugby here on the Central Coast. If you are listening in, get to the ground. It's $15 for a ticket online or $20 at the door. And kids will get in free.
Kids are in free. You've got some of the world's best athletes here on your doorstep, people Central Coast. Get down here, be a part of it. Don't know how long. You're going to have to wait for the next one.
Oh, nice little kick, and the foot race is on. Oh, that is a lovely bounce. Howard, collecting it, offload, and just couldn't hold the ball. Madison Ingram. Howard, what about a lovely little grubber. It popped up, and I'm going to say it now, Nathan. She's played herself into the state team.
We'll keep that pencil there, eh? Keep your razor, but the ink shouldn't be too far away. But no, look, Mel Howard, I said it earlier, she's got one of the smartest kicking games, not just at the state level, but in Australia. I wanted to use that more of a weapon for her.
Just a reminder, coming up next year on round 1 in the Boot Division semi-finals, we'll have Stars Rugby up against Liverpool on ground 1. That's Stars and Liverpool.
Ball comes in.
And on
West
ground
Harbour,
2, it will
dummy.
be Sunnybank and West
They need a
Harbour.
try.
So both teams can make their way to their ground.
And they need it
Stars
converted.
And Liverpool ground 1, Sunnybank, West Harbour ground 2.
Here's Ingram again. Ingram turns around. Nice little bounce. Pops up. 22 out. And she'll score.
Look, I think West Harbour, it wasn't a bad tactic. It just didn't come off. Maybe there wasn't communication.
A great try there
between
from
Hunter
Madison
and her
Ingram.
winger
She
there.
turned on a dive and
Good
then
set
was
of
gone
wheels
in
as
a
well,
flash.
wasn't it?
And
Madison
that takes
Ingram.
the score now, too.
You got a pencil there? I might need to write that name down.
I was going to say, you may as well just pencil this whole. You may as well take the team sheet of the Hunter women.
24 points to 12.
Of course, no bias shown here at all
No. None whatsoever.
by myself. Certainly hailing from the Hunter.
Nelson Bay, what's their rugby team called up there? Is it the
The
Gropers?
Gropers.
The Gropers.
Playing out of the Groper Dome. I know they'll all be watching it in at the Sea Breeze, the Country Club on Bar TV Sports. Oh, that is a lovely kick, and I'll tell you what, the first name may well have pen on it, not through it. Yeah, Mel Howard, that's a lovely kick from out wide.
Yeah, I said it earlier, it's a key KPI for Mel, she knows it, and I want to see it under fatigue. Day 2, her kicking, that's where I want to see her step up. But not with that.
Set play.
Get that eraser out.
Yeah, well, I only put the first letter in ink, Nathan, so we're still okay.
White out?
We're just going to have to find someone else with the first name M. As the ball goes through, West Harbour, can they hit back? Can they fight back? There's 20 seconds remaining. Now they're 15 out. As they go back towards the right, it's Tohu Hiku with a nice offload. Ball pops up and can't go in the hands of Katila. Katila's scoring a try already. Oh, she steps through. Good footwork there. There's space. They need quick ball to the left. That's a high tackle. Whistle blows. Malia Toa, sorry. The ball goes out of a grasp. 26-12 to score. The siren has gone as the ball comes out. Lovely ball, and this could be a try here for West Harbour. Oh, Southwell! What a tackle. That is the shot of the day.
That got me up off my seat. That's what I like to see from Hannah. Wonderful effort. Close the game out.
Oh, that was a launching tackle. It's going to be a penalty. They've won the game, but they're going to go try or go all the way. Melanie Howard, we know she's quick. Has she got the pace? She's slowed down. She evades the chaser. Can she get there? Simpson can't, and Howard goes coast to coast here on the Central Coast. From Avoca to Cottesloe, she's run the distance.
Yeah, it was a fantastic effort there to finish it off, Mel. But now, can she kick it? That's the thing.
From in front, under fatigue. Oh, she's given the ball
she's
away.
Given it away. She's had enough. One of the Nathan sisters there taking the kick.
Don't let it count against her. We thank you very much for joining us, Nathan. We'll catch you later on in the day with the rest of the women's and men's coming up. And now we're going to be joined by our Bar TV Sports broadcast partner, Cam Knight. As he comes into the commentary box, we're going to see the big semi-final here of the Boot Division. Stars men taking on Liverpool. As we go now on field 2, Cook Islands winning 17-12. So we're here now with Cam Knight from Core Crew. First, we'd like to thank you for being the broadcast partner for Bar TV Sports over our entire Summer 7 Series competitions. It's an absolute pleasure to have you here. How's the day going? What an atmosphere it is here on the Central Coast.
Beautiful, mate. Nice and warm, isn't it? And, yeah, happy to be a partner. Been appreciating the coverage. Been fantastic.
Of course, you are one of the key stakeholders in the Core Crew. Tell us a little bit about that and how you can help out our viewers in getting work around the country.
Yeah, no problem. So Core Crew is a business that me and a guy called Andy started, a friend of mine. He's in, he predominantly works around central Queensland. We had a business called Mining Trade Services that we've merged into Core Crew. And we're looking at expanding nationally and partnering up with other companies. We've been in conversations with a couple other companies at the moment as well.
We've got the Stars men coming up here, taking on the Liverpool Invitational side. Obviously not hailing from Liverpool in the UK, Liverpool, Sydney, made up of a fair few Fijian players here. And I'll tell you what, strap in because this will be a very good match-up here with the Stars players ready.
Looking forward to it. It's going to be a great game.
To keep going. So we've got Liz Entwistle here as well. She'll help us out with some commentary, Cam.
No problem.
And
swap over.
No, you keep here. We'll share the microphone as Liverpool receive the ball. Liverpool going wide. And immediately looking to put some points on the board through Vasatoga. Vasatoga puts his foot out. What about that? We thought he was away. Looking for the quick one here. The Stars. Liz, how are you today?
Yeah, fantastic. Our women had a game earlier this morning. We took on University of Queensland, your Aon Uni Sevens winners, on field 2. Took away the victory 17-0, so that sets us up for a cup semi-final against our neighbors to north with Canada. So the men are hoping to replicate the success of the women. Solid line-out work there. Reagan Muir, ball in hand, gets out to Adam Gowder, and we got the speedster Najee Bassan on the outside. He's a college football player at University of Oklahoma. Bob Stoops, we're sorry, but we're thinking we're going to keep him for rugby.
Yeah, Bisson, he certainly lit it up yesterday with the red hair, to say the least. And Cam, you've been watching over the weekend. What's been your highlight here on the Central Coast Sevens?
Oh, I really like Fiji. Amazing. A lot of pace in that side, isn't there? Incredible. And it's great to see the Americans.
Yeah,
obviously
the Stars
expanding rugby in the US.
The Stars, with a very good program as well. Stars, Liz may tell you a little bit about it here, Cam. And Liverpool as well, the invitational side, they came in a last minute, and they've done a pretty good job as well.
Yeah, no, yesterday Liverpool tied a match against Icons. Icons went through number 3 in their pool, so Liverpool was number 4 just based on point differential. Our Stars team that we brought this year is actually almost entirely under 23. The majority of these young men still in university in the States, so kind of the next generation looking to develop, so what we can do perhaps for 2020 beyond.
Olakata with a nice flick pass on the inside. Here's Vasatoga. Vasatoga taken down on the 10. Now looking for support, but they lose the ball. Quick tack taken by the Stars. As they go wide, Bisson is on the outside unmarked, Liz.
Yep, so there's a quick tack taken by Adam Gowder. He actually plays rugby up in Japan, came down back to Australia for a little shoulder rehab, 22-year-old that plays for Bond University. Received the ball from Reagan Muir, another Bond University teammate, and then like you said, Nagy on the outside open. Bailey Stringer with a little bit of an uncharacteristic bobble there of the ball.
Oh, what a hit, Liz! Mark that down for the boom room. 2 minutes in. Wow. It's going to be a penalty all the way back. It won't count, but that's a bell ringer, Cam.
Welcome to the Central Coast.
Exactly. I've seen bigger hits in the nightclub up the road, but
a good charge by Liverpool there. And this is our men's first time, or actually this particular men's time first here at Central Coast Sevens. We came in 2014 with both men and women, but that roster has largely moved on to either USA Falcons, which is our development side, or to Major League Rugby, Pro Rugby contracts. So kind of exciting that we're developing professional leagues now in the States, and this is a chance for some of these boys to put their hands up and say, hey, look at me for the development squad for the future. And also our College All-Americans program, which is similar to your Australia universities or the Aussie schoolboys rankings.
yes, and of course, big things happening in 15-a-side. Major League Rugby coming out next year, as well as Pro Rugby as well. So how are the two tournaments going to go? Is it going to be like NFL, AFC, East, West, or how's it going to work?
As of right now, the only competition I know moving forward is Major League Rugby. There are some flubs with Pro Rugby, but a lot of those players have actually signed now with Major League Rugby teams. So there's a team in New Orleans, a team in Utah, another one that's going to be expanding in the future to Kansas City, Chicago. So a lot of the major cities, and we're looking for setups kind of similar to our Major League Soccer venues, where they are rugby specific, fantastic fields, good sight lines, commentary boxes, so maybe we can get over some guests from Bar TV.
Well, that'd be lovely to come over there. I'd love to call a few games, maybe a whole season, Liz.
I'll definitely be sponsoring that.
Well, there we go. I'll bring my sponsors with me as well, Liz.
Done. But we have actually 3 men from our original team have already signed now with Major League Rugby. We have 2 with New Orleans Gold. That's Matt Houston and Jojo Tikoisuva. And then Chris Millage has signed with the Houston Sabercats. So kind of exciting just to see these opportunities being created. So you come to a tough competition like this, even if the wins don't come on the board, it's solid development work. You're chancing your arm against the top sides in the world.
I've certainly had some good times in New Orleans. Been there a few times myself.
Do you actually remember them though, Gareth?
Well, I remember a lot of things. I actually... Short story, I went there with my old man once because he actually worked in America, as we see Bassoon on the far side. Oh, I was in and away as he goes forward. He's very quick. Inside ball. Will they get there? The Stars offloading. This is good stuff, and that's a good try to Muir. Regan Muir goes over.
So that's King Rigos with the try there. Nice work by Najee. He breaks the line and then looks to make the pass. Something that, again, is tough for a new player. He's used to being so quick. 2 months playing rugby. Great communication from Adam Gowder, the Prince of Persia, on the inside, getting it out to his Bond teammate, Reagan Muir, going over the line. Good work. And what's really created here is all these opportunities off of penalties. This Liverpool side has penalized itself now 4 or 5 times. We saw a free kick come from the scrum, likely on the early drive. So we have to be watching to see if these referees might be putting a hand on a yellow card soon.
Yeah, certainly for sure. As we get
fantastic teamwork.
A couple of nice slushies up here in the Bar TV spots. Thanks very much. Let's give the business a plug as well. Where are the slushies from?
Snow cones, tropical snow cones.
Of course, if you want tropical snow cones at any event, bring them up here and we will get into them. Thanks very much to Dane. Get in contact with Dane for tropical snow cones. And that is my sugar hit for the day. As we go back to the action, very good try as we go back to the Stars. And yeah, so New Orleans, if they're listening out, as Liverpool drop the ball.
Yep, so solid kickoff there. That's Reagan Muir putting the ball in air. We're getting a little bit of contact here. We'll see what we can do in the ruck area, play a little bit of defense against this Liverpool side. That's kind of been the hallmark of our tournament, is that when we do get the turnovers on defense, we're looking to score the tries there. Every team can attack. It's harder with these invitational times to connect and defend.
Well, it's a very tight matchup here in this semi-final, Boot Division. So far, 5-0 the score.
I have to say, this Wyong Rose field's looking fantastic.
Oh, it's unbelievable, isn't it? Almost summertime and still the green on it. It's almost as if we're at Twickenham.
I worked with an ex-Wyong Rose player. He's one of the scariest men I've ever met. It's huge, and he had one side of his body was tattooed happy and one other side was tattooed angry. One of those guys.
We were actually watching a bit of the Rugby League World Cup last night. We caught the USA-Fiji game while we were out to dinner ourselves, and then caught the Hain train playing for Fiji. A couple of our friends from USA, just from playing club rugby all around the States, are out there on the field too. Yeah. So it's impressive seeing the boys out there. Tough because rugby league's just nowhere near big in the United States. About 10, 12 teams.
And Australia.
Well,
he's got a big name, the Hain train, doesn't he?
It's the world game. Rugby union, of course, if you want to get your kids involved, contact your local clubs throughout Australia. Sevens programs, 15s, junior rugby as well, with some modified rules.
And if you're in the States, we're actually going to be opening a facility now for Stars Rugby Sevens based in the suburbs of Chicago, with opportunities for youth camps, college camps, high school, and then going into our elite adult teams as well. So we'll be having full year-round indoor facility, 120,000 square feet of space, so we can take a player like Najee carrying the ball there and really get him worked up with his rugby IQ. An unfortunate knock-on is going to give a scrum to Liverpool, and that's going to end the first half. So happy coming away with a lead, but 5-0 is a pretty tight lead. We're going to have to keep defending here going into the second half for Stars.
Yeah, Bassini certainly is a talent, as I was saying before. I'll get back to the story, New Orleans.
Go for it.
I don't want to let it go. Yeah, so my father was working there. We took a little trip down to New Orleans, and we were there for one night only. Our plane left at 10 a.m. We left the casino at about 8 a.m. in the morning and missed our flight. So we got to spend 2 days in New Orleans, and my heart's been there ever since.
Missed flight's a very soft topic for me. If you ever met my wife, Marisha, she could tell you about me and missed flights. So
and of course,
I won't comment on missed flights.
Yeah, sadly, our team's worrying about potentially missing flights tomorrow. We fly out early out of Sydney, so all these young men and our young women have to get back home to the States, or in the case of some of these players, too, number 121, Ben Ellerman, plays on Germany 7s and 15s. We have players on our women's team from Spain, from New Zealand, USA, Canada, and so it's great bringing these groups together, but then it's like everyone has to go back to the real world. We've been in Rugby Fantasyland all week, touring the Central Coast. We started in Sydney with 3 nights, did all of our morning sessions at Bondi, got our fitness in, had a hit out against West Harbour, then did another one with Avoca and the Fiji Stallions that are playing here both in the tournament. So it's been kind of great. We actually had one of the West Harbour women like our team so much that she came back to our hotel for a sleepover, just getting to know the team, trading kit and everything too. So fantastic times and hospitality here in Australia.
Yeah, certainly for sure. And speaking of T-shirts, I know you're always good for a T-shirt. I don't want one this year. I'm not going to ask you for one, but Liam, our producer here, he's also on the camera, only brought a jumper on a 35-degree day. He's not the smartest kid. He's from Bulladila. But in any case, we've got the kickoff there, and he might be searching for a singlet, Liz.
I think we've got a couple singlets left over. I'll see what I can dig through from our team kit bag. There'll be some options. We always like to do the swag well, and thanks to our sponsor, O'Neill's, we're looking good. New kit this year, so we're looking forward to a continued relationship with them as well.
So that was a good restart there by Liverpool. Stars will come up with the ball, but this is it's a Liverpool ball. So good first chance.
Come on as well for the Stars. So we brought in 2 new props. We have Chase Jolly, big country on the outside, and number 144. On the inside is Manasa Rokosuka. He's a young man that's played with the Australian schoolboys. 6'5", 120 kilos. So he's going to give some strength to the scrum here too.
Yeah, certainly will. They hold up well though. I thought it was going to come through the legs there by the half. Oh, the dummy sold it to everyone. Now down the short side. This could be a chance here for Liverpool. Taking them forward. Now they need to spread it wide. They need quick ball, turning back on the angle, back towards that wing. Oh, another dummy thrown. Oh, he reaches out, scores the try. Araru. Rara.
It's good work by Liverpool. So they put us, on our back foot, kicking deep into our own territory. We knock on, they get a scrum. They're able to work off of it through a few phases of play. Our defense was a bit clumpy, and they found the open space. So well done to Liverpool. Did keep them to the outside, so hopefully they miss this conversion kick. I'm going to be absolutely biased here in the commentary box when my men are playing.
Let's give a website plug, www.wearecorcrew.com.au. If anyone wants to get in touch with us for any reason, I'm good for all sorts of things, advice. I'll always give you advice. I can't tell you it's good.
Well, I know I've rung you at midnight some nights, and you've got me through to at least 2 o'clock in the morning, Ken. But in all seriousness, doing a great job finding people, positions and the like all throughout Australia. Core Crew, wearecorcrew.com.au. Get in contact with them if you do want to expand your career Australia-wide. We're going to go back to the centre here.
Another player change for the Stars coming out number 116, Jacob Glasser. He was actually our captain when we went up to Alaska for a tournament earlier in the year. Again, when we played in Cape Fear and Wilmington, he was part of our Cup Championship under-23 U.S. Virgin Islands tour team. We took the Paradise Smash. So a player with a good amount of experience, still developing, a young man still at college, University of Alabama, Birmingham. Reagan Muir with a quick tap gets it out to the Rocket Man, your favorite player, Luke DeRoche.
Yeah, the Rocket Man, he's a rocket scientist, Cam, so that's why we call him
from Bulahdelah then, mate.
No, he's definitely not from Bulahdelah.
Yeah, works for
North
NASA,
Tea Gardens.
and
here he comes, the Rocket Man, the Rocket Man. He goes up the middle of the park. He hasn't got support. And that's a great knockdown there by Liverpool. Oh, offside though.
Rocket scientist, that's interesting.
Yeah, he's ready to launch on that play.
Yeah.
Muir with the quick one, got
and now we see the
yellow card comes out, so they'll be playing with a one-man advantage.
Penalty there from the Liverpool players. It is now the
Here's Bassoon on the outside. He gets the ball, and here he goes. Bassoon with the fiery red hair scores a try under the sticks. It's scorching. I can see the smoke behind the wheels. What a try, Liz.
Yeah, that was well done by Najee. Good work with the penalty play. So Luke with that great break up the middle, finding some space, got the penalty, 2 stars, take advantage of the one-man advantage that we had, get the ball through the hands to the outside. That's good rugby. We're finding where there's green space to attack, trying to stress their defense, identifying weaknesses. In that case, the weakness is one less player on the field, and so we'll see what we can do here with another 90 seconds or so yet on that yellow.
Really good play. I noticed you got Najee really strapped up around the legs. You want to keep his legs going for you because they are quick, those things.
Yeah, he's a player that has played actually 3 university sports, so he's still doubling right now between rugby and football, playing running back at University of Oklahoma. They've been a multi-time college national champion here at our highest NCAA levels. So again, we're fortunate to have him on the team. He has said that he's going to switch to rugby. We might look to get him on our Barbados trip, and we also do some 15s tours as well. But fantastic work, and thanks again to Kinesio Australia sponsoring this tournament. Our physio Alex Floor with Optimum Health and Performance in Terrigal has done a great job keeping the men put together, the ladies as well. But yeah, quite a few of them taped up, either because of injury or because it just looks really cool.
Yeah, the Kinesio boys always doing good, and girls doing a good job over in that 10 on the far side. That one not going the 10 by the Stars, so a little bit of a mistake under fatigue.
Except for the fact that Liverpool did play the ball and they knocked on, so we're getting ourselves out of a jam here.
Unfortunate knock on for Liverpool there.
Yeah, they was really shooting forward. That would be a fantastic attacking platform. When you're kicking off, your defense isn't quite set because you're looking to see where the ball's going to go, who you need to mark, if you're going to need to shift and switch the fields at all. So this gives us another opportunity with a set piece in Liverpool territory. We'll look to see how we attack off the scrum. We have the back split right now, so this is Adam Gowder here to the near side of the field, Reagan Muir with Basson on the outside. You have to respect that, but Gowder has weak side space for days because we still have that one-man advantage.
That's right, Gowder, look out for him. Oh, good scrum though by the Liverpool side. It's going to be a penalty though. Still space on the short side. They're going to go open. Look for the switch back. Coming around. Now, straightening the attack.
Yep, so a nice offload Glasser to Muir
nice
again. And
there's the Rocket Man. And this should be a try. Oh, trying to run over though. There was support on the inside and probably should have used it. Here he is, the Rocket Man. Passing the ball, there's a man overlap. Bassoon will get it on the bounce. He's going to have a bit to do. He might go for the corner, changes his angle. Nice sidestep and coming across in cover. Good tackle there by the Liverpool side. It's called high though.
So we see Najee getting through, but try not awarded because we had the penalty advantage and perhaps a better opportunity. We see advantage being shown again by our referee here at the Yukon Central Coast Sevens.
Oh, quick tap taken. Held up though, ripped out. Oh, and somehow passed the ball back. It was on out wide. It's still on out wide. Tackled from behind.
Another penalty here to Stars. So some interesting rugby going on here. About 5 meters from the try line, we want to score. It's just a matter of how.
Liverpool using their defence well. Bit of extra size.
30 seconds to go. Oh, looking to just barge his way over, spins around and scores the try. The Rocket Man. Oh no, penalty.
It's a penalty on
What?
not
I can't
releasing.
believe it. I thought it was one movement there, Liz and Cam.
So we've got 15 seconds left in the game. This could be quite costly. Hopefully we can recover the ball, maintain possession, and then just look to get the game ended with the win. Adam Gowder, ball in hand. He's got a little bit of space. The broken defense.
Oh, the
Again,
dummy.
we don't need to score, but we are going to. It's Adam Gowder under the post. Take note, this young man, again, playing professional rugby up in Japan, down in Australia, rehabbing his shoulder. He's actually eligible with the Sri Lankan national team with a little bit of his heritage, too. I think he'd love to represent Australia if he was ever given the chance. But a lot of exciting talent and young talent on the Stars team. Happy to walk away with the win here. It's the boot semifinal, so this put us into the boot final. We'll wait to see who we play. But the first win in the tournament for the men, they had a tough pool yesterday, playing the likes of Australia, Brumbies, and Tabadamu. So we have 2 finalists from last year's competition, plus one of your representative state sides. And for a group that just got together this week, we're proud that they've elevated with each game. Full credit to Coach Ivan Pomari, our captain Luke DeRoche, and all the men that came over.
Thanks very much for joining us again, Liz. We know you've got a very busy day out there with the women's side playing as well. We're going to go next up, Sydney Uni taking on Central North Women's. Going to take a quick break and come back. It was 12 all full time on the top field, so they will play extra time up there on the live stream on field 2, so tune in as we're going to take a quick break and come back with all the action. Sydney University Women's taking on Central North Women's.
Round 1 and round 2, Avoca Beach versus Randwick.
As we come back to the action here, Cam Knight joining us from Core Crew. Big fan of rugby and big fan in general of Bar TV Sports. Thanking him being our broadcast partner here. We'll hear from a couple of the Central Coast partners later on the day. And that one kicked through Sydney University. Cam, a former Sevens player himself. Not quite on the tour, but
I don't think I've ever been fast enough for Sevens. I like it in the forwards myself, Gareth.
as the ball comes out, Central North were impressive yesterday. The team hailing from out west, of course, Armidale and thereabouts. Sydney Uni, of course, synonymous with rugby union throughout Australia. They've got a couple of good invitational players. Fukuoka, Japanese representative. Of course, Malloy out there. She's got a pretty good name herself for Central North. And a few of these players playing in the Aon series as well.
I was watching Fiji play yesterday on the Bar TV coverage on my smart TV. Just press the button, she comes up.
Crystal
in the lounge
clear.
room, beautiful. It's a great concept.
Well, we thank you for your support as Central North go down the far side. Oh, this is a good run. Indy Shaddons it was. Jamie Dafter, fan from out at Central North, tuning in. She's got a daughter playing out here.
And a score update from Field 2 in
Fukuoka.
the semi-final of the men's.
Oh, nice palm off there. Lovely fending. This could be close for Byers. Byers shrugging off Laws, and Byers goes over for the first.
And she'll score under the post. A great side there by Rhiannon.
It was great play. Great two fens.
So this
down
is
the wing.
The semi-final. The ball. Making a day of it here. Plenty to do on the Central Coast Sevens. The jumping castles up. You're going to have a crack at that later on, Cam?
I think I might send Chase over there. He went over there earlier. He didn't like the Hessian bags, though. He's had a bit of an issue with those, didn't you, Chase?
Because Chase sitting there eating a lollipop. Good on you. I'll tell you what, that snow cone certainly has brought my voice back.
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of a throat tickle myself, Gareth. I don't know about you. I don't know where that's come from.
I'll keep my mouth closed on that one, Cam. Central North now with the kickoff, 5-0. Sydney Uni receiving the ball, and it's nicely taken. They want to hit back here. Laws offloading, and the space opens up the middle. Iguana. Is it a turnover? No, it's going to be a penalty there. Hands in the ruck. So Badi Basanga looking for the quick one, but they'll realign, giving Central North some time as well. Iguana making a half break there. And again, Badi Basanga cleans up. Oh, the dummy's thrown, and now it opens up. Almost taken down, but luckily Nat Crow, she's over the 22. Central North scramble well. Harvison calling for it to the left, but it's going to be a penalty to Central North. And they can score tries from anywhere. Dummies thrown. They played Fijian yesterday and gave a good account of themselves as well. The Central North side.
Unfortunate little knock on there.
So Sydney Uni with their best chance to attack here. Kirili Laws with the ball. Of course, Central North, wouldn't say they're playing for sheep stations, but they are from out that way, and there is spots on the line for the New South Wales 7 side here. Nathan Maguire was chatting with us before. He's wandering around looking to pick the up-and-coming best sevens players of New South Wales. So plenty to play for in this match. That ball shoots out there. Guana steps back off her right and goes up towards the 22. Harvison comes in. Yeah, that's a penalty. Well worked at the breakdown by Central North.
Bit of aggression in the breakdown there, isn't there?
Oh, it's been aggressive all weekend from the men's and women's. So Malloy in the 13 jersey takes them forward, gets them on the front foot. Oh, that's got to be forward, doesn't it, Cam?
Look like it. They're struggling to get wide, aren't they, Gareth? They seem to just want to be in the centre of play. I think they've got plenty of space out wide.
So penalty Central North. Quick one taken. Now they go wide this time, looking to play on the edges. The overlaps there. Indy Shattons. Into Fukuola. Fukuola inside. Lucy Lockhart taken down. It's a close game, 5-0. Central North at the moment in the lead. Malloy goes backwards. Good defence. Sydney Uni, they come up with the turnover. Laws was on the left, and they go to Kirili Laws and Tamika Laws, and they won't need to use any Laws at this rate. As Gagwana takes them up the field. Penalty. They need quick ball. Badi Basanga. They're 10 metres out. Waddell on the wing. They go back. It's going to be taken back though. Laws ended up with the ball. Gagana. She's the go-to player out there. Halverson this time called under. Halverson can't get there. Good defence off the line. Central North defending well. Huda goes. Laws dances round. Gets it to her sister who goes wide. Gagwana offloads. This will be a try, will it? Yes, it will.
And there you go, that's the try.
5-all now the score coming into half-time. Kick to come. It'll be a very good effort if she gets it.
Lovely spread of the ball there.
As we look at the replay here, brought to you by All Turn Partners. And lovely try by Nat Crow on the wing.
It is 7-0 to Avoca over Randwick.
So 7-0 on the field 2. Avoca leading Randwick. Of course, the Avoca Beach Rugby Club, massive tradition here on the Central Coast. And a great program. A couple of ring-ins there though, Cam. Not to worry, that's what these sevens tournaments are all about.
It's still 5-all here in a very, very
You always want to try and bring your best team, don't you? You know? You don't want to get too upset about addresses at times.
And there's Call Crew popping up, of course, Cam Knight with us. He is the major partner of Call Crew. With his partner Andy, bringing jobs, careers, advice, whatever you want around Australia. We are callcrew.com.au.
That's it. Thanks for the plug there, Gareth. Much appreciated.
And of course, all the partners here for the Central Coast Sevens. Plenty, the major partners, Destinations New South Wales, University of Newcastle, Central Coast Council, and of course Kinesio. We've also got 2GO. As the scores are level here, we heard shouts of "get it" out there from Sydney University. And the hooter sounds. It'll be Central North to kick off. Sydney University running left to right. And they are looking to get back. Another try. Central North don't want to go home packing, and they've come a long way to come to this tournament. They'll want to make the final. Kick off. Goes across field, taken. Oh, Laws breaking through, striding through, up to the 10. Penalty, playing off the ground. Of course, you can't do that. If you do want to get involved in the coverage, hashtag CC7S on all your social media platforms. Let us know where you're watching, how you're watching. Take a photo of the stream and send it through. Now, Justin Lees earlier on, comparing some of the hits he put on earlier in his career on Nick Drisiger to some of the hits we've seen here today. So plenty of banter going on the comment sections of all the streams.
Justin's most recent game was one of the best, wasn't it, Gareth?
Oh. Yeah, we did capture that on Bar TV Sports, and
one of the best highlight reels I've seen.
A pretty sight, Cam, as we came back.
It was a really perfect example of how number 8 should play.
Oh. Yes, it was. As we go back now to the action here on Bar TV Sports. Ball spits out. They look to go short side, but they change it back, and now Laws has the ball. Expands the ball, and there's trouble now. Bronte Suchberry, we know she's quick. Oh, she evades the last-ditch tackle and goes over Suchberry again with another try in the tournament.
And that's a try there for the
She is a wing specialist, and she strode away and didn't look like anyone was going to catch, but Central North, as we look at the replay, gallant effort in the chase.
Just too quick.
As we see right now, yeah, just getting on the outside of Byers. Almost getting there, just gets out of the clutches.
Altern Partners working with a new fresh beer brand at the moment as well, Gareth. Helping them with some distribution and some marketing.
I did mention that yesterday, and thanks very much for bringing me on as an ambassador for the wingman. Everyone needs a wingman, and so that's the brand of beer.
That is it.
You can be my wingman anytime, says Maverick. Of course, I am a Maverick, Cam.
And the ultimate wingman, as I understand it.
As the ball comes out, Central North looking to hit back. It's 10-5, Sydney Uni lead. It's a tight one, as you'd expect in a semi-final. Pops up. Nicely done, Ashley Walker. Ashley Walker looking for support. And that's going to be a penalty, Sydney Uni. Yeah, good work at the breakdown over the ball. It was Freya Clayhills. And Stutchberry looking for support. Laws is back there, but it's gone forward. I can't see how when she had her back turned, in any case. So we're going to say bid adieu to you after this match, Cam. Thanks very much for coming all the way to Central Coast, and thank you very much for the support over the entirety of the 7 series. It's most appreciated, bringing you the vision for all our people out there on the Bar TV Sports Network and indeed Central Coast Sevens. We couldn't do it without you, and of course, wearecorkcrew.com.au. Get on the website, contact Cam for all positions, advice, and how to get into the mining industry and the like, and resources around Australia, Cam.
Yeah, we're also on Facebook and Instagram, of course, as everyone is these days. So if you want to jump on there and give us a like, that'd be fantastic. Give us a follow on Instagram. We'll keep on updating everyone on what we're doing. We're working on some really exciting projects at the moment with other partners around the nation.
As we go back to the ground here, of course, Churchland gets the ball away. Indy Shatlands, good palm, Shatlands. Oh, good covering attempt by Stutchberry over the sideline. They go for the quick one. As now Sydney Uni looking to attack. Counter-attack, short ball going in behind. Oh, the referee gets in the way a little bit there. Sydney Uni stalling. Stutchberry's on the outside. Stutchberry now finds a bit of space. She's wrangled down from behind. As we go back. Oh, sorry again, Cam. We'll let you have that one final plug as Sydney Uni go for the try line. Halverson. She's too strong, too tall, too fast as she strides away.
It's always better to do the plug after a try.
That's right, when everyone's tuned in.
So, yeah, as I said, we're on Instagram and Facebook. We are Core Crew, or wearecorkcrew.com. If you follow us on there, we'll update you about the interesting projects we're working on across the nation. And the other organisation we've got is Altern Partners. That's mostly updated on LinkedIn. So if anyone wants to follow the company or follow me on LinkedIn, let me know.
Of course, Altern Partners, as you mentioned, doing great things. We'll talk to you later on, Cam. Thanks very much for your support as we go.
Thanks for the coverage, mate.
Back to the match. So Sydney University, they have hit back there, and there is Cam Knight from Core Crew. Thanks for all the supporters for Bar TV Sports, and of course Altern Partners as well, bringing you all the replays here today. Partners of the Central Coast, Destination New South Wales, University of Newcastle, Kinesio, and the Central Coast Council, as well as the magnificent facility which is Wyong Lee's Club in the background, as now Central North take it forward. Sydney Uni come up with possession. And now Sydney Uni look like they may go over for another try. Clay Hills gets the ball away to Parsonage, and she's brought down 5 out. Clay Hills offloads again. Oh, long ball going over the head of the try scorer, Sarah Halverson. There's the full-time siren. The ball goes out. We might get one more play. Yes, it just blew before. So Central North, they came here to play. They brought it to the City Girls. They can hold their heads high because they've had a good tournament. Certainly a couple of these players on the radar for national tournaments and national selection, as well as New South Wales selection. Now, here they come, Sydney Uni. One-on-one, the palm comes out. Brought down, though. Parasabanga. Vadapasaga draws the penalty. Freya Clayhills passes, and they're content to kick the ball over and finish the match. So good match there. Again, 15-5 in favour of Sydney Uni, so they will go through. Big match now coming up in the men's side of the draw. It is the Ball Division ACT Brumbies taking on a very good Icon side. We'll be back very soon with all the action here on ground one.
University of Queensland. In the women's, Sydney Uni now progress to the final of the ball competition to be held about 3:40 this afternoon, and we're just waiting to hear who they'll be playing with. Avoca leading Randwick 19 points to 5.
As we come back now for this ball semi-final, ACT Brumbies taking on the Icon side. You might notice out there, Donny Durant will be playing in a random number. Yesterday, he lost his jersey or left it at home, or maybe sold it last night late at Wyong Leagues Club. We can't get the full story or full exclusives on that one, but the Brumbies, tough games for them yesterday. And the Icon side, they look very good out there. Brad Jones sitting on 2 yellow cards, so we'll have to watch his discipline out there. He's playing in the 5 jersey for Icons. It'll be the Brumbies to kick off, running right to left, of course. If you want to get involved in our coverage, let us know. Hashtag CC7S on Twitter, or give us a comment in the feed here. This is the ball semi-final men's division. That's a nice high kick by the Brumbies. Well, no side can get it. It's advantage to the Brumbies as they go wide immediately through Caleb Malasukis. Plenty of feedback out there online. Turned back on the inside is Coyle. Coyle gets a nice ball away. Over the ball though, Icons. Yeah, that's a good turnover by Icons. So now, Lilatoa, Jones. Oh, taken at the last ditch, Josh Walker. He was good yesterday, Walker. Penalty though. Plenty of action on Facebook. Of course, like and share for your chance to win a Bar TV Sports Crew shirt. Nice dummy there, and this might be a try early on. Kiernan goes for the corner, and Kiernan scores, opens up the scoring. Brumbies, they're shell-shocked. ACT against this Icon side. It's known around all these sevens tournaments. It's an invitational side for our viewers out there. That's a good try in the corner to open up the scoring. So the kick to be taken by Hayden Sargent. And it's waved away. So it'll be Icons as Durant stands centre field. He won't be taking the restart. It'll be Sargent coming back. Looking to go to the left here. And that's a nice high restart. One of the best of the day. To be fair, they haven't been too good.
16 for Icons, and they lead 5 points to 0. And we had the final score from the Avoca Beach Randwick Magic game, and it was a close one, with Avoca running out winners.
So now the ball comes out. Brumbies looking to play off their line. Climbing, runs across field, turning back on the inside is Malasukas, and Malasukas still going. Malasukas taken in the end. Durant playing in the 4 jersey. Or is it Oram? The ball comes out, kicked in behind, giving chase to the Brumbies. Pops up to the try scorer there in Corbin Kiernan. But it's a knock on both ways. So close game, 5-0 in favour of Icons. So it is Oram out there in the 4 jersey. Durant looks like he may be on the bench. Picked up there by Yabsley. So Avoca 1 on the top field before they'll go through to the final. We're going to have coming up next the plate division semi-finals, and the ball comes out now. Nice tackle on the far side. Oh no, it's going to be called high, and this will be a yellow card. Malasukas copping a bit of attention. High. The short side's worked. Oh, nice footwork there. George Norsu goes over. So 5-all. Yellow card. Penalty, and Norsusu or Norsau, he goes over. So the kick, it's a high one. Oh, the flag goes up. What about that?
ACT 7, leading Icons 5, but Icons are going to be up against it for the next few minutes while they have a player in the bench.
So the kickoff here comes down. Oh, what a grab there. It is Yabsley. Yabsley, plenty of pace. Taken into touch, though. Great covering effort. Mitch Douche. Ball coming down off the top. Straightening the play, the Brumbies. Both sides full of experience here. Less than a minute remaining. The Brumbies now will want to score a try. That's a nice long kick. Oh, that's wonderful stuff there by Chris Coyle.
So just a quick score update, it's 7-5 here in favour ACT on ground 2. It's the University of Queensland up 7-0.
North-South standing in a first receiver. Very good on the set piece. Here he is now, getting the ball behind him. Oh, turning back on the inside. Good feet again. Oh, but that's equally good of the breakdown there. Yabsley over the ball. Second steal in as many minutes. Oh, look at the feet there. Josh Walker streaks away. No one going to come close to him. Josh Walker with an emphatic try right on half-time.
Josh Walker scoring there for the Icons.
And that is pace, that's blistering, and that's what it's all about here in the Central Coast Sevens. As the Icons go ahead, 10-7. So,
12 points to 7.
12-7 now the score, and we're going to have half-time and come back with all the second half action. And next up, coming up, is the Plate Division Semifinals.
So we have the break in play here. It's a 12-7 at half-time, and up on the ground 2, it is still 7-0 for University of Queensland. We're coming into lunchtime now, so don't forget all the wonderful food. We have the canteen run by the wonderful Lakes Club here from the Central Coast. Got a barbecue grill smokehouse. Now that sounds pretty impressive. Smoking hot and saucy, Russell's ice creams, island foods, tropical snow cones. You're going to need one today because you all look pretty bloody hot out there. So, and also you've got the kids, and you want to maybe give them a little bit of punishment because it's so hot. Get them up there on that giant Western slide. I'm sure that plastic's nice and hot, and we'll keep them in line. And make sure you get out there and keep hydrated, guys. It's very, very warm, and it's only going to get warmer. The breeze is coming in, but it's still hot. And we have the water filtration system down here underneath the announcer's booth as well. So just repeating, so 7-0 University.
As we see all the partners there involved in the Central Coast Sevens. Looking over the Joe Bishop stand, it looks like it's filling up here. On the Central Coast, of course, big action coming up this afternoon. Next up, we've got the Plate Semi-Finals here on Field 1. And then coming up, the Cup Finals, the Semi-Finals here, as we move everything to the main field. And then at 3 o'clock, we've got the start of all the finals on the Central Coast Sevens from 3 o'clock. Tune into Bar TV Sports afternoon session. We'll be swapping the streams over at some stage, and we'll let you know via Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all your social media. Oh, lovely work there. Quick one in. Here's Jones. Jones, a couple of yellow cards to his name as Walker. Flick pass on the inside. Goes down. It was knocked down.
And what has turned to be another close game up on ground 2. It is now University of Queensland 7, Australian Uni 5.
So now it's Hayden Sargent. Santa Rosa, California, with their Sevens tournament coming up. They're tuning in, and I'll tell you what, tune into this as Walker goes through. He can't quite get there, but they need quick ball. Jones has it, and he'll go over himself. Jones, the bad boy of the Icon side, goes over.
Takes the score to 17-7, and that's a wonderful try to the number 5, Brad Jones.
Brad Jones sitting on a couple of yellows. And we see now the Icon side there in front by 10. Tough assignment here for Sargent. That one comes across, and oh, it's waved away. So 2 tries in this. It's not over. With over 4 minutes remaining, the Brumbies, we know, they fought back a couple of times yesterday. As the ball comes down, oh, nicely taken in the end. Valangi. Space on the short side. Valangi gets the ball again. Valangi hard to contain. Now they look to go wide. They need to hit back through Cole. Cole turns back on the inside. Coyle. Malasukas. Now to Valangi. Valangi winds up and ends up passing, handing off to Ravuvu. The Brumbies trying everything, throwing everything at this Icon side. Came into the tournament late. Invitational side. They've had a couple of good tournaments leading up to this, as we've seen the 75 jersey. Durant coming on, so Durant and Oram, a very good combination in midfield. Both players able to create something from nothing. Stocky, small little players, but very good on their feet. And Durant going cross feet. Oh, that is very good defense. Ravuvu with a driving tackle. So they draw the penalty anyway. Sargent has the ball. Oram calling for it, and he'll take on the line. Turns back. Jones comes around for the wraparound. The ball's batted on to Yabsley. Yabsley can't go with it. And now there's a chance here for the Brumbies. Oh, nice little in and away. Sam Giltrap goes over.
And a try there.
So, with 2.5 minutes remaining, the score now 17-12. Giltrap with a lovely little move there. Lovely little play. And as the Brumbies go over, what better song to play over the loudspeaker than the Horses?
That wasn't very flat, and it still remains.
That wasn't a good attempt to go either. Off his own try. His legs tiring as the day goes on. Ball goes up, and Sargent comes up with it. We know he's quick, we know he can create, and he kicks forward for himself, and the ball goes out over the 22.
Just kicked off up there on field 2, and it is still the University of Queensland leading at 7 points to 5 over Australian Uni. Another 2 very tight games, with the winners of these games going through to the final of the men's ball division later this afternoon.
So now the ball comes out the Brumbies. They can come back, they can equal it here. Ball pops up over the 22 now. Looking for support, the ball knocked out. Long ball out. Ravuvu was the player. Oh, coming across. That is a very good hit on the far side. Liam Hayne putting his body into everything.
Your body on the line, that is how you do it. He was flying and he said, no way, thank you, and over the sideline. Maybe you want a little bit better head position.
What about that?
He really showed him he wasn't going there. So
everyone standing on their feet here. Icons. Still yet to bring on Lele Fano. He was damaging yesterday. As Cole comes around, they go back infield. Ravuvu looking to create. Ravuvu has support on the outside. This could be trouble here for Icons. Oh, look at that. Vunalungi, the siren goes. Ravuvu goes wide. Cole has support. Steps off the right. Goes inside. The Brumbies score on the bell. Giltrap with his second.
The Brumbies, we are all locked up here. 17 points all.
17 apiece.
More pressure kick. If he gets this is a win for the Brumbies. This puts them into the final, the ball competition. If not, they go to extra time.
So we will go to extra time. 5 minutes golden point. This kick to win the match. All the pressure on the try scorer and kicker Giltrap. His last one, it was terrible. And he strikes that. He strikes it nicely, but it goes wide. So extra time.
Here on round one. Final score 17-all. Everybody already knows what happens here is they will play golden points, whoever scores first.
So we've got golden point for the first time here on field one on the show court. And this is what the people paid for. This is what the people want.
Score up on ground two, still 7-5. It looks like a try. We'll get an update very soon.
So we're going to have a quick break and come back with the extra time action.
Just a quick update on round two. It is 12-all, so we could have a first here at the Central Coast 7-2-5 semi-finals. We're just having some technical difficulties here with regard to the scoreboard, the timing. So what we will do is...
so back to the action now. It's the ACT with another good comeback. We've seen them do it yesterday. Durant is back on the field. He's the link man. He's the player that can do it for Icons. And the wide players here for the Brumbies in Valangi, Ravuvu, and Avunalangi. Those three players integral to the chances here. There's a bit of confusion out there. Looks like they want Walker off. I think it's Walker. As Durant comes on, they were nearly going to kick off with 8 players there, and that would have been all over for them, and the Brumbies would have taken victory. So just before referee blew the whistle. Oh, that's a nice high kick coming down.
And we're underway here.
That's a lovely take by Labs. Yabsley.
Icons Rugby with the ball now.
Now Icons have the ball. Durant goes wide quickly as they straighten up. Oh, that's good footwork there. Keenan, he scored a try. Now they turn the ball over. This could be close. Oh, the dummy's thrown. Here they come. They need support, though. Valangi, we said he was the danger man. Playing in tight. Here's the try scorer. In Giltrap, he's spilt the ball. Icons now have to play off their line as they go wide. And here they come. Won't have the pace. Here's Durant. Durant will get them through to the semi-finals, through to the final. Try in the corner. What a try! And that will seal the deal and get them through to the final. Icons running out winners in the first minute of extra time here at the Central Coast Sevens.
What a great game.
So, Icons go through. We're going to come up now. And it's going to be a quick change around in the plate semi-final.
Australian unis with only seconds to go in that game. So great games there. Thank you to Icons and ACT. That was a cracker. And so Icons now will go through to the final of all, and it looks like they will be playing the University of Queensland later this afternoon. Coming up now, we have Women's Weight Division semi-finals, and we have Fiji versus Pride on ground 1, and ground 2, it is Sunnybank versus University of Queensland.
So coming back to the action here on Bar TV Sports, and of course live at the Central Coast Sevens, Morrie Breen Oval, the home of Wyong Leagues Club. We've got Fijiana taking on the Pride Sevens side, and this should be a pretty big match. Fijiana disappointed with their efforts this morning. They got absolutely smoked by the Australians. Said, oh, Pride, good tackle there. This should be a pretty good match. Coming up here with the Pride Sevens, newly united, and Fijiana. Look at the defence. They're here to make up for the loss earlier on today and yesterday. As we go back now to ground level, this will be the first try. This will be the opener. Good try. Nagasau scoring, opening it up for Fijiana. And you'd have to think they are red-hot favourites to take out this plate side of the draw. Fijiana now 5-0, and look at the replay there. Over the try line they go. So the kickoff restart. It's another good one there. Pride tried to bat it back, and it may come up into the hands of Siata. It does. And now looking to put more points on as they break through here. There's support on the inside, but she won't need it. Is Tine. Tine goes over for another try. Fijiana. Of course, if you're watching back home, Buller to Fiji.
So that makes the score now.
But that was almost Vanaka as they go over again. It's almost goodbye.
7-0 already up on the backfield with Sunnybank leading the University of Queensland.
So the attempt no good there. So that one not going the required 10 metres. As now we come back. The tap's taken. Pride with the first chance now to attack this Fijiana side. They leaked a few tries first up. And that was White making good inroads up towards the 22, but Fijiana come over the ball. They've come up with a turnover, and now they have numbers to the right. Good little jinking run there. Inside ball. Savu inside. Rakasia with a long ball. Nagasau with another long ball. It bounces. Namasi, inside ball, and this will be a try in the corner. Oh, no, it's not. I bite my tongue, I hold my words. What a covering tackle. Jessica Surges from behind. So now looking to counter off their own line. Nice little step inside. Van Tark looks for support, but she's taken now on the 40. Knock on, great work. Van Tark trying to get a side up the field. But Tavuti, we thought, everyone on the ground thought she was over and run down by Jess Surges. Wow. That is as good a covering tackle as you'll see. And now Fijiana striding up the field. Rokasia, she's taken down. Tavuti thought she might have got the penalty there, but told by the referee, give the ball back, and she does just that. Van der Hart now looking for the tap. Little grubbing kick in behind, I'm sure probably not the best option there by the Pride Sevens, but in any case now Fijiana another chance to put some more points on the board out wide. Inside ball, Savu. Oh, she pops the ball, it bounces. Good little combination going here on the right. Tenai taken to ground. This should be almost a try here. They need to hold their defensive line here, the Pride side. Tenai's line up to the right. May not need a good defence again. And that's a knock on. So Pride hold the line well through a good effort from Gustatus. And Gustatus rolling. Siata on her back. Sorry, it was Garcelle. Ungasau.
They might be able to run a few points in here, so this could be a cracking game.
10-0 the score. Pride have the ball, and Fijiana looking to push through on the scrum, and referee not happy with it. So the Pride with another chance here. As they go wide. And here it goes, it opens up again. Oh, nice work. She's certainly taking to him as Van Tark up the middle. So that was White. The Pride Sevens. 6 minutes 30 down on the clock. Fijiana have struggled since the first couple of tries to get over the line. They've had the opportunities. Can they get one now? Tavuti pushed over the scrum. Here's Savu. Savu's dangerous one-on-one. Turning on the inside, opens the gate. Bumping off a couple. Oh, that is just pure power. Savu.
And a try right on the hooter to the number 9 from Fijiana, Savu, and that takes the score to 16 points to nil.
So 15-0, and the halftime hooter goes. As you may have heard from the ground announcer here, doing a great job at the Central Coast Sevens. As we see the replay here, and Savu, she's been so powerful throughout the tournament. Getting a team going. That one kicked and skewed. Marcy unsuccessful there, so we're going to take a quick break and have a look at all the partners here on the Central Coast and come back with all the action here. It's Fijiana taking on the Pride Sevens in the plate semi-final. So the wind picking up here at Wyong, we know from previous years. It starts to get hectic this time of day. And these two-day tournaments, the fatigue sets in. The legs get heavy. Mistakes come, so it's 15-0. The pride's certainly not out of it. We've seen on both streams here today, no side can count themselves out. Justin Lang, the Pride coach, just running out a last-minute message. Olivia Brooks with the ball, looking to restart, and they go deep, and that is a good option, finding the grass as well. And it goes back as Tinai goes across field. Oh, that's a lovely ball. Nungasau looking for support. Oh, and the ball goes outside Tavuti. Tavuti can't go with it. Now she can, and she straightens up Tavuti. The ball spits back. Tinai offloads. Oh, that's nice. Savu 101. She's very quick, Savu. I'd hate to be in front of her now. And she chooses to offload. And will they get there? Yes, they will. Rongisia goes over. Rongisia with a try. Opening it up. 20-0.
And on ground 2, we have Island Breeze versus Australia Green. They'll be up straight after this. Following those games, we'll have a short break, and then we'll be moving into the semi-finals of the Men's Cup Division.
It's a big afternoon of action, of course, after we go to the next Plate Division semi-final here. We're going to take a quick break on Bar TV Sports and come back with a new stream on all the social media platforms, Central Coast 7's YouTube, and of course Bar TV Sports Facebook and Bar TV Sports Rugby Facebook. Go and like the rugby page. Oh, that's a nice dummy there. Brooks, oh, she's taken in a ball and all tackle. Tinai. They get the penalty though, Pride. Oh, that's a big tackle as well. Penalty. Getting straight up though is Murty. Murty very quick. Now going wide. Amosa. Oh, that's a lovely ball. Here come the Pride. Is a foot race to the try line. And Jessica Surges, we've seen her pull off some amazing covering tackles this morning. And that's great ball, great lead up, and a great try to Pride Sevens. So 20-5, 4.5 minutes remaining. And we'll see if they can make some sort of comeback here on the show court. I'm Gareth Wasserman live in the party box here for Bar TV Sports. And we'll be getting a couple of experts come the afternoon for the semi-finals and finals. And it's a cracking day here, so if you are around or thereabouts on the Central Coast, Newcastle and Sydney, Hunter Valley, you want something to do this afternoon, the finals start at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Come down and witness firsthand some of the best rugby outside the World Series. So now Fijian are looking to attack. Oh, swinging arm there. This might be close. Bassi with a nice ball. Tavuti throwing the ball. No look over the shoulder. It might work out for them here. Fijiana. The Surges comes across. Surges so good in cover defence. Support on the outside. Rockesia, will she pass it? Oh, she will. It goes behind. And Rockesia goes for the try line. Can't offload the ball. The Pride. Great covering defence again. And Van Tark can't get over the ball, and Savu will just, she didn't need to bump off, but she just wanted to.
Wow, here's the women, Fijiana, showing it's not just the men who can play bump and run with a great
10:56. Remember that for the highlight reel, everybody around there, because Savu, she could have fallen over the line, but she said, nope, That's not how I roll. That's not how I do things. So she went straight over her opposition and scored yet another try. And the kick is unsuccessful. So 25-7. The score remains. Pride. They scrambled. They dug deep, but they just couldn't hold out. Big Savu there before. Goes over again for a second try.
But the Fijian side, who are regulars on the world circuit, and obviously the local Pride 17 who are a development squad, and both are showing some great talent out there today.
So the penultimate match in the morning session. Oh, good take there, Surges. It was Van der Hart, maybe. Murty throwing the ball in. Here they come. Oh, fingertip stub. Flores gets around. Flores, can't quite get away. Amosa. This Pride development side so good. Oh, it opens up. Oh, lovely palm. Abby Gustatus will go over. What a try. That is as good a palm you'll see in the Central Coast Sevens over the weekend. And they fight back. The Pride Sevens, well, they're not called Pride because they're going to give up, that's for sure. 25-12. You can look at this as the lead-up play. The little jinking run. Amosa goes to ground, and look, it just opens up at the back for Gustatus. And the palm on the smaller player. She streaks away. 25-12 the score. The kick was unsuccessful. Who wants to see kicks when you can see replays like that at the Central Coast Sevens? The sounds of jump around come over the audio. They're jumping around here on the show court. Inside ball. And now there's space as they go back. Oh, lovely fend off again. Sioana Sartau going down the field, getting close to the 5 metre line there, probably 10 out. If we're going to give the Pride any credit there. Nice covering defence again. Oh, the dummy, it opens up. They just couldn't realign. And Bassi goes over for another try under the sticks. Bassi. She scored a few in the tournament. Fijiana showing why they are regulars on the World Tour. 30-12. The hooter goes. Kick to come, and Bassi will convert her own try here. So next up we've got, before we switch the streams, Ulanakau taking on New South Wales Sevens.
A huge round of applause for a wonderful exhibition of women's rugby.
So Fijiana come out winners of that match, 32-12. It's full time, but next up we're going to have Ulanakau taking on New South Wales Sevens. Ulanakau taking on New South Wales Sevens coming up. We'll go take a quick break and come back in a couple of seconds, because we haven't got time as we see the Ulanakau side combine in the middle, waiting for the New South Wales Sevens side to come to the field. As we see our partners there for the Central Coast Sevens. I know when I'm down here driving around, cruising the beaches, I certainly listen to CFM. Of course, when I'm not live on Bar TV Sports. The kings of live stream media, Bar TV Sports. If you want to get involved with our production crew here, led by Bo and Audrey, get in contact with us, bartvsports.com.au. Contact Josh at bartv.com.au, and he'll fill you in on how we can help you out and bring your game, make your game the main game on Bar TV Sports. I'm Gareth Wozik, and I'm happy to be in the party box here as we can hear the vibe, the island vibe. It's welling out as Ulanakau We say a big buller to all the Fijian fans. New South Wales Sevens. They'll fancy their chances here, as they are the known giant killers in the tournament. Ulanaka, we've seen plenty of them here on the show court field, and they certainly are the showstoppers. Coming up against the Barbarians in the first game. Oh, what a take there. Looking for support, finding it. Penny Belcher it was. Now it goes wide. Tuigamala giving it to Petro, and now there's Rickson on the far side. We know he's quick. The ball flicks out. They'll need to hold possession here, New South Wales Sevens. We know our island friends will be pulling for Ulanaka, but everyone in New South Wales will be hoping the New South Wales side can come up with a victory. Of course, brought to you by Destination New South Wales, the Central Coast Sevens. You are thinking of coming over and visiting. If you're watching around the world or indeed around Australia, get on the website for some tips, some guides and places to see. As now Ulanaka, they go wide. Ooh, that's a heavy tackle in the middle. High shot. Quick one taken. Luckily back there was Petro. And Petro with a lovely tackle around the waist, causing the turnover. And there's trouble out the back there. Penny Kurasinger looks to be in a bit of pain. He's going to get himself up. He may have been trying to milk a penalty there. He looks perfectly fine now. So going for the sideline. Is it going to get there? Yes, it is. Pennington was on the chase. Jack Pennington, of course, becoming a specialist sevens player. Very good club rugby player as well, as Petro gets it wide. Oh, that is a good tackle inside. Offside is the call, though. Kapini Butcher taking the quick one. And now stepping around, stepping away, trying to shrug off the defence. Linking up was Rickson. Rickson back to Petro. Petro with the kick forward. He's very quick as Petro. He gets in front of his man. Petro puts it on the toe. Can he get around and pick the ball up? Oh, he's absolutely belted.
Oh, he's a big moment in the game already with one of these Newman cows taking out the New South Wales chaser. They're down to 6 men for the next couple of minutes.
So 6 men now. Tuigamala. One to beat. Tuigamala goes over. What a try. Tuigamala, the number 3. He's been a standout for New South Wales Sevens. Goes under the sticks and opens the scoring.
And there's a conversion. 7-0 already to New South Wales. And Newman cow now paying for that indiscretion. And we've still got a couple of minutes with a man down.
So 7-0, man down. Sunnybank winning on the far field in the last matchup. So Petro with the kickoff here. It's a nice high one on the wing. Rickson bounces off his chest. Oh, that's a great tackle on the sideline. Jack Pennington.
In the second field in the other men's plate semi-final, the Aussie men have gone in already against the Island Breeze and lead 7 points to 0.
So plenty of action here. Plenty of people watching over in Fiji. Plenty of people watching in New South Wales. Kapini Butcher goes up the middle. Coming up with a turnover, almost intercept there was Ulanaka, but they don't come up with it. So a big bullet to McKaylee, watching the stream. And Peter Hans out there, as well as Power now, New South Wales. Petro, he's been very good. Kapini Butcher. Tuigamala, Kapini Butcher. This will be close on the far side. Oh, good strength. Oh, he bounces the ball. We might get a replay on it. Going to the touch judge. Oh, it's a try. Seniwanoa.
And that's the second try there for New South Wales for the number 1, Joel Seniwanoa. That takes the score to New South Wales 12-0.
So 12-0. Seniwanoa.
Yellow card in this game.
As we go shortly to the replay. We saw there, he bounced the ball, but referee consulted with the touch judge, and it was a try.
And this conversion answer stays 12-0. And they'll have the full complement back now in the car. They're going to have to work hard to get back into this game.
So good lead-up work there by Kapini Belcher. And Petro again with the kickoff. Oh, it's direct. This could bounce up to Agamala. Gets up, gets to his feet. Pennington there to help out. Kapini Belcher gets away, goes wide now. Here's Petro. Thought he might have tried the long ball. The skip, the dance. Rickson on the far side. Rickson slices them up. And the New South Wales 7 side firmly in control in the plate semi-final here at the Central Coast Sevens.
Going over for another try. His speed has been outstanding this weekend, showing a very clean pair of heels. He kicked to come at 17-0.
17-0 is the score. Still plenty of time left for another try too, as we'll get another kickoff.
New South Wales probably wish they played a little bit like this against Aussie men this morning, but right now they are on fire.
Everything's sticking for New South Wales, and they'll look to go to the right. No, they're going to go back to the left and try and catch the Ilonakau side unawares. Oh, good tackle. Navalu manages to get away. Navalu needs support, pops it up. This one comes down to Bulli. Bulli gets it back on the inside. There's an injured player down there. No, he's okay. Blow support on the outside and just doesn't stick. So Ilonakau, they were exceptional yesterday and not quite getting things to stick here today on day 2 at Central Coast Sevens. It's finals day. After this, we're going to take a quick break and come back with all the second half action. About 20 minutes, as that'll be half time. 19-0, and myself included probably didn't expect such a scoreline. But they've come out, and they've come out certainly to play as it's 19-0. As our scoreboard gets updated. Brought to you by Core Crew for Bar TV Sports and indeed all-term partners. Central Coast Council, Destination New South Wales, and the University of Newcastle and Canisius bringing you all the action here. Going to take a quick break and come back with this second half. Ilonakau, a lot to do to come back in this matchup. But their coach, Colin Avala, he's an expert. He should be able to get them willed and get them ready. So we come back now after a brief word and brief screen grab from all the partners here at the Central Coast Sevens. It's a big afternoon. The semi-finals coming up from 1:40. Finals from 3 o'clock, and this is the restart here. As they go up, Tuigamala comes up with it, steps back towards the middle of the field, runs away from his support in Pennington. Kapini Belcher offloads. Petro had a great first half. So that'll be a scrum now. Mulanakau, first chance of the half, and we know they can go from end to end, coast to coast. From pillar to post, so to speak. And plenty of action here, including at field 2. Australian Greens winning up there at the moment on our alternate stream.
We've just got half time up there on ground 2, and it is still Australia leading 14 points to 5.
So plenty of time, plenty of people tuning in. On both sides. Oh, that's going to be a try.
And another try there to
coming almost.
This time to number 14, Jaylene Graham.
Almost out of nothing for Graham there.
24 points to 0.
As Graham gets them well ahead, as we see the replay here. Great support. It was batted around, good skills, little soccer through, and he scores a try one-handed. That's how you place it when you're confident, and New South Wales Sevens are certainly confident at the moment. 24 to 0.
And it is still New South Wales 24, leading Alunikau 0.
So Matt Stead coming on the far side, and Fogarty as well. So looking to close out this game now, the New South Wales Sevens side. Flung inside. Stepping off the right. Kurasiga. Oh, great covering tackle, good effort. Josh Petro. He has been instrumental in this New South Wales Sevens side getting the lead. He's been tackling, he's been creating. Now he gets the chance to feed the scrum. Asiali looking to come on. As is Hunter Ward, scored a very good try against the Australian Goldmen's earlier on.
Changes as the heat's probably starting to take its toll. I think about 32 down there on ground temperature. And not a lot of moisture in the air either, so it is very sapping out there for these big guys. They're doing a lot of running.
So back to the middle of the park. It's a New South Wales field. Petro has the ball. The line down very wide. Look for an inside run play here off the tap. Oh, the ball bouncing, coming off the chest there of Graham. And Graham looking for support. Flings it back about 10 metres to a Gamala. Oh, sorry, it was Kapini Belcher with the drop there.
A little bit of a knock on there by New South Wales. It was still the Unicam ball. They're looking to get some consistency here.
Still to 0. 24-0.
Under 3.5 minutes to go. They need to get something.
They would have backed themselves. It's a rarity that they don't score in a game of sevens, and now it comes out. Dowie, he comes into the side. Dowie gets the ball behind. He came in as an injury replacement, the number 5. Now looking for the wire. Ward comes up. And that was Aurora, who was also a replacement, and Hunter Ward over the top. Good work on the ball, holding the player up, and now he lets him go. As they look to go on. Dowie getting around, popping it up. Fogarty comes across, and that is going to be adjudicated as a forward pass.
Just a quick score update, and up on ground 2, it is exceptionally close with Island Breeze hitting back. It is now Australia Green 14 leading Island Breeze 12 with about 4 minutes to go in that game.
So we go here, of course. Our stream just about to break, and we're going to come back with all the afternoon action this afternoon for the Central Coast Sevens, so stay tuned. We're going to come back live at about 1:40 with all the Cup Division semi-finals. It's a big afternoon, and final starting at 3 as Rickson gets around. Rickson pulled down, and he's held up. Now it's a turnover. Ulanakau, can they get a try? There's 2.5 minutes remaining. They play with confidence. Kurasiga offloading. Desu. Getting through. Drawing the penalty. Rah, go. He's knocked the ball out, and now New South Wales Sevens. Petro again there to clean it up. Fogarty comes at the back, steps back inside. Steed now looking for Ward. Ward will take it in, and Ward draws the penalty with the Ulanakau players deemed offside.
Quick time off period here as one of the Ulanakau players is down. And a score update on round 2. Australia Green have just got back again and now leading 21-12.
So it's a close game as we have an injury break. 22-12 up on the top field, number 2 field. This is, of course, the show court field overlooking the Joe Bishop stand, and, of course, the balcony up there where it all happens at Wyong Leagues Club. Told it was a big night there last night. There's Fogarty now. He steps back on his right. Now looks for support. Finds Rickson, who in turn has a play coming around in Graham. Graham offloads back to Fogarty. Fogarty hard to put down. Back to Graham. Graham now with a little goose step, little jinking run with the big palm out. Back to Fogarty. Fogarty can't get the ball to Ward. Oh, somehow Rara gets in the middle, in between the players. So this will be a card, and Fogarty immediately goes. He knew it was him. They don't teach discipline at Morisset. Now 24-0. Steed almost comes up with an intercept. Can Ulanakau seal the deal? Can they get a try? Looks very quick. Desu. He was brought down. Great covering tackle there, and they'll get the penalty. No players in front of him. Petros tries the quick one. Penalty there. Yellow card. It doesn't really matter. The game's all but over. Here's Petro now. He might just choose to kick the ball out as they go forward now with the 10. And yes, he is going to seal the game. 24-0. While the win may not be a surprise to many, certainly the scoreline is 24-0. We're going to take a quick break here on Bar TV Sports and come back with all the afternoon's action. We'll change streams and come back on all the social platforms, Central Coast Sevens, Bar TV Sports, and Bar TV Sports Rugby. Like and follow all of them to keep updated with all the afternoon action. We'll be back at about 1:40 with the rest of the day. I'm Gareth Wazick, and I'll catch you later on today.